But alright, Hooked on You, a Dead by Daylight dating sim. I wanted sexy, gross monsters, but they gave us just the sexy. But I guess it's not that bad. So, we'll see. Yeah, new file, please. Enter my name. My name is Zeno. This game didn't take long to download at all. Like, it just literally took a matter of seconds, so I don't know how long this game is supposed to be. Oh, a beach. I haven't been on one of these in a minute. You wake up on the beach, soaking wet, salt water stinging the inside of your throat, as if you'd nearly drowned. Water falls from your mouth as you open it to gasp for air. You have no memory of how you got here. In fact, you can only remember your own name, but not where you came from or a single fact about your life. What you do know is that despite the outrageous beauty of the landscape around you, you feel incredibly sick to your stomach. Wow, really went down the wrong pipe, huh? You need a minute, or can I go on? Excuse me, I'm dying here. Because I can give you a minute. We've got plenty of time. Endless time, really. An eternity, if you catch my drift. Whoa, not now, Ocean. Sorry, Zeno. May I continue? Please, go on. Okay, then. As I was saying, you look down at your feet, ankle deep in the crystal blue water of a newly arrived wave. As the water recedes back into the ocean, it reveals a grotesque discovery. Hi. Thank you, Titan. I appreciate it. A decomposing face stares up at you from beneath the sand. All you can do is vomit, a stream of dark bile, bugs, worm, and other ick. Questions race through your mind. Where are you? How'd you get here? Who is behind this incredibly charming and well-spoken voice in your head? However, answers don't come easy. Your mind is completely blank. What will you do? Alright. I could probably cough some more, but run, close your eyes, dig up that face. Wait, I don't know how I'll do that, but let's run. You turn away from this wretched sight and begin to run, but the beach, it's endless. Despite how far you run, you get nowhere. Exhausted, you stop and look behind you, your footsteps erased by soft blue waves. You turn inland, considering your lack of options. You got no choice but to walk into the brush. Have I seen Wesker in DVD? I've seen clips of him. All I know is that he got a fat ass cake. Bigger than I recall it being, but it's fat. However, the beauty of the beach is not shared by the darkness of the palmy woods before you. There's nothing inviting about that shadowy forest. Terror freezes you in your steps. Why are you trying to run away? This is paradise. Are you the entity? You're here to enjoy yourself, don't you know? Have a little bit of fun. Take charge of your own experience. Well, that was sure weird. That voice again. Do oceans normally talk? Your memory isn't right, but you're pretty sure you remember learning as a child that oceans do not speak directly to people in spooky terms. Your mind doesn't have a chance to linger any longer on your current situation, as you feel something soft bump into your foot. Wilson? When you look down, you find a volleyball sitting in the sand there next to you. You stare down, frozen. A voice calls out from behind you. Little help, please? Oh, the huntress. You turn around, and when you see what's waiting for you, your jaw just about hits the ground. Wow. Big muscles. Oh, okay. Hi. That's my baby. That's my baby right there. I just might hook up with her. Big titties. Sorry, sir. 4 gorgeous monsters stand halfway between you and a well-tended volleyball court. Each of them oozes with undead energy, a magical aura reaching out and penetrating you via your eyes. Your heart begins to race. Curiosity, fear, desire. You can't help but stare at these casually dressed Let's call them killers. I don't know, not to be judgmental, but that's just the energy they put out there. So many competing feelings rush through your mind at once that you're completely paralyzed. Hello? There are weird days, and then there's this. All you can do is look down at the volleyball and back up at this monstrous line of, well, literal monsters. Sexy ass monsters, though. What do? Toss it back, kick it back, say no thanks, say nothing, do nothing. I'll toss it back. You bend down sexily and grab the ball. It's warm from sitting in the sand on this beautiful day. When you give the ball a toss, it arcs beautifully through the air and lands right in Huntress's hands. Not bad, stranger. Kick it in their face. Huntress's muscles ripple as she grips it in her hand. You look her up and down and consider what it might be like to be held tightly in those strong arms. Warm, perhaps. Maybe a little sweaty, but that's okay. It's natural. Try hard much? Blech. They're speaking directly to you, but you still can't bring yourself to reply. You're entranced. Okay. When you snap out of it, you realize that everyone has gone back to the volleyball court. Alone again, you look across the beach at these strange residents who casually bat a volleyball back and forth, happily ignoring your intrusion onto their private beach. Should you be frightened? Worried? Excited? I did refer to them as killers, not to give them too much away. But at the same time, damn, they're looking very appealing in their own way, and nobody so much as lifted a blood-soaked finger in your direction. Don't be scared, Xeno. You were made for this. Well, geez, if the spooky ocean voice says not to be scared, I'm sure it's all going to work out. With no good reason not to, you decide to head over and see what happens next. Yeah, we're just gonna all these killers because why not? It seems like you've derailed the volleyball game just by showing up. You derailed the game just by showing up, nitwit. Excuse me. And I guess you're also a nitwit. Look, it's best to just go with that Trapper says when he says it. That's a policy I hold for pretty much anyone who always seems to have fresh blood on their hands. Hey, don't worry about it. It's all just a game. Existence, that is. Besides, you seem a lot more interesting than a silly game. She is flirting hard. What's your deal? What brings you here? You mean they're here to do more than distract from my total domination? That was Wraith. That sigh means he was done with the game too. Either that or he saw a butterfly or something. Honestly, his ass looked like a straight up model. Look, I don't care why this slack-jawed moron is here. Insult me harder, Daddy. I just want to know, can I kill them or not? You know you can't. At least not yet. Oh yeah? Not yet. Hey, Xeno, you might want to, say something. Actually, never mind. There'll be plenty of time for that soon enough. Right now, this group has some questions for you. But be warned, answer quickly and answer well. Wait, am I actually going to be timed or something? Because I'm not good with that. Oh! This is a time quiz, and it'll be very important later. Alright. Concentrate. You got this. You got this, Xeno. You got this. Come on. Very important. Or not important in any way whatsoever. Probably that one. I can't remember. How attractive would you say you are? I think out of 10, I'm like a solid 6. Average. I'm pretty average, I think. Just another face in the crowd. Another normal, meaningless life in an endless cycle. You're very depressive. You're just so lucky I like you. I think you're quite cute myself, like a chipmunk or a grizzly bear. She's so cute. If you could have any superpower, what would it be? Invisibility, flight, super strength, flight. Flight for sure. Technically, I suppose I can fly. Honestly, it's not all that it's cracked up to be. As far as I go, I'm still not where I want to be. What was your best subject in school? Math, history, skipping class, history. History? Like history? Nice. It's important to know what came before so that we are not doomed to repeat humanity's mistakes. I mean, we will anyways, but still. What's your favorite animal? A capybara, but I'll go with a cat. Definitely a cat. Don't tell Ash in Euphoria. What? Why is everyone looking at me? You think just because I'm the typical cute goth girl, I have some specific love for all things cats, and more specifically, black cats? Well, I do, but you can all go to hell anyway. What's your favorite color? It's green. I'll go with blue. It wasn't up there. Blue. Blue isn't good for productivity. Makes people want to be lazy. Oh, I know he would have gotten a hard on if I said blood red. What's your dream job? Honestly, I don't fucking know. Not working at all, nightclub performer, astronaut. No, I don't want any of these. If we get to do what we really want, why work at all? It takes a lot of courage to break free from society's expectations to climb the ladder. Only she could spin laziness in some kind of grand crusade. These damn millennials. Okay. Alright, Trapper. Best flavor of ice cream. Horse flesh. Vanilla. I've never tried horseflesh. Vanilla? My favorite flavor is pain. I get it. I get it, homie. Same. Same here. You're right, Wraith? Mine is vanilla, swirled with pain. I think mint chip is the greatest flavor I ever conceived myself. But enough about ice cream. Am I right? Oh, hold on a second. This reminds me. I am right. Always. It's a lesson you should learn before we go too much further. Do what I say if you want to survive. Pick mint chip. I like mint chip. We're teaching lessons now, narrator. You rascal. Kill or be killed is the rule on this island, even for faceless voices. Tell me, what's the best flavor of ice cream? Mint chip is good. The best flavor is mint chip. So obedient. I think you're gonna do just fine. Anywho, now that they know so much about you, I'm sure the group wants you to start getting to know them. I'm Trapper. I pretty much run things around here. I'm the smartest, richest, strongest person on this whole island. You know something? I don't know what this says about me. I was like feeling it. I don't know how loud this is. I'm gonna lower it a bit. I was kind of feeling him for a bit, even with the whole murder shtick. But for some reason, him saying that he's the richest, I don't know. That just really a turn off for me. Not that I don't like rich people. I don't know. I don't like losers. If you want to know what a loser is, say hello to Wraith. Hi, I'm Wraith. I'm nothing like everyone else. I like nice people and loathe big dumb idiots. You're so cute. Hey, what up? I'm Spirit. I don't like most things. I feel you. I don't really hate most things either. It's not worth my time, but the things I do hate, I really hate, you know? I trust. No. I was not looking at your boobies for a second there. Based on my personal observations, life is nothing but suffering, and society is carefully calculated lie to keep everyone subservient to those in power. It's better to choose to just not take part. Jeez, like she was downright murdered by society. She hates it so much. Oh no, wait. I'm remembering Spirit's story now, and that's almost exactly what happened. Hey, I'm Huntress. Don't let these bummers get you down. There's lots of fun to be had on this island, along with lots of love. Wink wonk. Yeah, there is, if you know what I mean. Grow up. Grow a body. I've explained this 1,000 times. I'm dead, but I'm not a literal ghost. I just create a trail of fog. I'm not made of it. Whatever, fog body. That's not nice. He's not nice. You love it. Only sometimes. Ew, really? It's disgusting. That's why she likes it. Okay, I see what's going on here. Don't speak for me. I also hate it. Stop speaking entirely. Actually, For the first time ever, I agree with Wraith. Let's move on, otherwise they'll do this all day. Besides, if I know this crew, and I do, they'll want to show off soon enough. If we're done playing, let's do something else instead. Wow, for once I actually agree with the meathead. I say we go back to my yacht. It's a massive boat dock nearby. I'll give everyone a taste of true luxury and power. Wraith rolls his eyes. Don't mind him, he just hates fun and happiness. No, I hate the endless, desperate, soul-crushing pursuit of wealth, the way it's flaunted needlessly and the cruelty it engenders. What about hanging out by the pool? I find the water calming, simple, beautiful. I feel you, homie. Hey, what about our volleyball game? We can exercise and have some fun as a group. Are you all serious? There's a perfectly good lounge to chill out at right here. I'm tired, and besides, I hate being in the sun. True, true. Where do you want to go? I guess my choice, whatever I choose, I will start leaning more towards which killer I want to fuck or love, whatever we're doing in this game. I kind of want to do nothing, but I also kind of want to be... Choose this one. How about the... Oh, that's the fucking yacht! I didn't want to go to the yacht! I'm stupid! Perfect. You obviously have a modicum of taste and good judgment. Your dick is huge! Oh, gosh. I shouldn't say that out loud. He'd probably like that. He'd be like, yeah, of course. I'm rich, powerful, and I got a fucking schlong. At least I hope you do. Guess we'll find out. Worst case, we'll find out how strong your bones are, how heavy you are to pick up and throw, and how fast your lifeless body sinks. Should be a pretty chill day regardless. Oh, I didn't think the survivors were gonna be here. Hold on. For just one moment. This is Dwight and Claudette, our activities coordinators. They're also the cooks, waiters, bartenders, janitors, and every other job. They're the only help remaining on the island. This place we call Murderer's Island. Cue dramatic musical flourish. None of the others survived. Oh. Survived the interview process. I mean, sure. Hence why we shall heretofore refer to them as survivors with where I get that from? With a capital S. These two have worked here a long time. So very long. I don't actually know how long it's been. Sorry, anyway, I should probably let Dwight and Claudette do their mandated jobs. They sure look happy, but do they look happy? Blink twice if you need help. They're just kind of blinking once. Alright, I'll go with it. They look happy, but they're vibrating with a nervous energy that's starting to give me the creeps. We will now escort the group to the venue of your choosing. However, in the future, we recommend waiting for us to present you with your options whenever possible, and don't just run off to various activities unsupervised. We don't have much autonomy around here. The least you can do is allow us to do our job. The most you could do is help us get off of this Wait! Yes, pardon me. Please, follow us. Hey, narrator? Yes? Something I can help you with? Those two, Claudette and Dwight. Did they just start to mention something about wanting to escape? Is escape an option? Should I be trying to escape? Escape? Them? Oh, no. I think you're mistaken. It seemed like Dwight was asking for help to get off this island, though. Oh, right, that. Yes, that's true, he was. But he just meant that he wants to get to the other vacation island getaway, a couple miles south of here. It has much fancier accommodations than this island. It's one of those big corporate outfits, quite exclusive, where all these famous celebrities hang out. Very luxurious. Doesn't quite have the charm that this island has, though. Trust me, you wouldn't want to go there. With all that money comes a lot of restrictions. This is where you belong. Now, off you go. It's time for an activity. On this island, your decisions matter. Mostly. When I agree with them, not like that other island. So what it'll be? Oh, okay, I'm not choosing yacht. There was choose the first one. Finally, freedom from the preposterous premise that the four of us would be engaged in some sort of thrilling 2-on-2 volleyball match. Spirit looks at you from beneath her gigantic sun hat. She takes a conspiratorial tone. I don't know whose idea volleyball was in the first place, but I hate them. I try to feign a sprained ankle, but everyone already knows that I technically float above the ground, so nobody believed I was even putting any pressure on my joints in the first place. Then I tried to annoy everyone by not giving a crap, and when that didn't work, I tried whining, and when that didn't work, I threatened to kill every single person on this island. But it turns out I'm not the first to toss those kind of threats around on this island. So thanks, I guess, for getting it called off. It's just blushing. Are we threatening to end each other again? Now it's Dwight who takes on a conspiratorial tone, his eyes shifting, and he slips into a loud whisper. Please, just make it quick. Is what you'll be saying when we get behind the bar to make you the drink of your dreams. Hilarious, right? Right, Dwight? Yeah, right. So, what do you be having? I feel so bad for them right now. I don't know what I expected. I'm pretty sure this is not what they would have wanted to do ever in their entire life. Whether it was dealing with generators or making a drink for the killers, yeah, I don't know. Neither sounds that much fun. I'd just be too nervous. A virgin daiquiri, scotch rocks, sangria, vodka soda. I don't drink anymore. But if I had to choose, I guess a vodka soda. Vodka soda? Coming right up. Really takes me back home. You know, vodka is a very special drink to me. Warms the blood on a cold night in the woods. On occasion, I would, how do you say, bump into the occasional soldier while hiking across the motherland. They always had a nip of vodka tucked away in a special little silver package in a special little hidden pocket. But no one hides from me. A bit basic to be drinking vodka on a tropical island, no? And you're mixing it with soda? Really? Listen! I'm trying! Being passionate about being passionless is so last year. It's also my thing, and you're making it look bad. That's 2 strikes. Wait, when did I get my first strike? I'm confused. Since we fulfilled your request, it's time for you to return the favor. I should have known there was a catch. Icebreaker time. I swear, had I known they'd pull this kind of faux enthusiastic community building crap, I'd have suggested we attempt to walk to the lowest point of the ocean before I ever step foot near this bar. You don't think it could be kind of fun? A little fun? Never mind, I hate it. This sucks, but it could be fine, or whatever you say. Has anyone seen my hat? I've literally never seen him in a hat. I think he's just trying to leave. If we must make small talk, I'm at least picking a topic before we end up being forced to do some lame improv game that nerds learn at their non-sports after-school activities that I definitely never did because I'm no nerd. Methinks a certain someone doth protest too much. Sitting here on this beautiful sunny afternoon, warm sand beneath the cool fog beneath my severed feet. The topic I choose is books, novels, comics, fiction, or none. Why did you have to whip the blade out? I'm just confused. You're making me horny and scared all at the same time. Reading is the only real escape from this inescapable horror of life. The escape into your own mind. A groan rolls through the crowd. Not a lot of readers here, I'd imagine, based on that response. They were much more enthusiastic about drinking. Considering the situation we're in, it seems an appropriate time to ask you. Zeno, what's your desert island book? The one book you'd bring with you if you were, well, on an island like this. Oh, and it has to be classic horror, for reasons that should be obvious. Yeah, I like horror. She means because this is an island of horror villains, and also those books are all in the public domain. Nothing too modern. Humanity has really gotten soft these past 100 years. So what's your favorite? Books? No thanks. Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, Frankenstein, or Dracula. You know what? Because I've been really feeling vampires as of late. I'll just say Dracula. Dracula is one classic that's still scary. To be seduced by some beautiful stranger only to learn later on that they're an immortal villain. It's downright thrilling. Well, I guess, but I was gonna say that despite the deviant behavior of Dracula and the threat of possible danger or even death that he poses, you can't help but get turned on by the liberation from the status quo that he represents. Same here. So what if some old doctor says he's a bad boy? You're supposed to reek like garlic and sleep alone? Who do they think would buy into that? If you're gonna be trapped in the nightmare that is undead life eternal, which I know a little something about, you could do a lot worse than get great clothes to cast on a lover who doesn't take shit from anyone. True. The scariest part of Dracula is thinking that no one will ever be quite as interesting to make love to as a vampire. Enough of these old stories that belong to someone else. I think it's time to make up some new stories of our own. Before you know what's going on, Huntress is waving an empty vodka bottle in the air, a devilish twinkle in her half-masked covered eye. Might I suggest something a little naughty? Let's all get in a circle and spin this bad boy. And we're gonna play. It's Trickster! Oh my god! I don't know why. He's the killer. He's gonna be in here. I don't know. I got so excited though. Great idea. Trickster? Isn't it a bit late to introduce a new character? I thought I was the one who gets to make the rules, so I'm not sure who I'm asking. But I wasn't ready for this. My man got no nipples, but it's okay. Well, hello. And who is this new fan in the waiting? Beat it, hack. I don't know. What's the harm in inviting one person to join the circle for our game? Oh, I can't stay. I was just saying it's a great idea, while also teasing the secret Trickster ending. I've got much, much better things to do than hang out here. I'm famous. Toodaloo. Bye, Trickster. The rules are simple. First you spin, then you swap spit. That is. But let's be clear, this ain't a peep show. We're here to have a good time, but in a classy way. All makeouts will happen out of view of the public eye, real romantic like. Yes, romance is the goal. So we'll all be waiting here in complete silence, trying to listen in and use our imaginations while you make out on the other side of the bar, but not watching. Like adults, romantic, well-adjusted adults. Zeno, you're up. You grip the bottle in your hand, and you put your fate in the hands of the empty bottle gods. Minigames consist of two parts. On top, a pointer which rotates in a clockwise direction. And on the bottom, a target you're going to be pointing at. Oh, this makes you think of the skill checks in the main game. This here upcoming minigame is a special minigame. Perfect for the less coordinated because there's no winning or losing. Well, not technically. Wherever the pointer stops, that's the result. I suppose if it doesn't stop where you want it to, that's a bit like losing. But no one has to know if you don't tell them. I just realized I really fangirled extra hard. Fangirled extra hard when Trickster came up. What is wrong with me? Can you imagine if Wesker was in here? Okay, ready to play? Or would you like me to repeat that? No, I'm ready. Ready? Away we go. Spin the bottle and see who you're gonna smooch. You got Wraith. Oh, you two are meant to be. Psych! You have to actually spin multiple times to get your real result. First to get to three times is your true match. That's why we play hardcore spin the bottle on this here island. Well, okay, you got me kind of excited for no reason. Now, get your spin on. Okay, you got Trapper. Oh! You got Spirit. You got Spirit again. You got Spirit. Spirit is your true match. Ooh. Just this morning, you were waking up on a strange beach, surrounded by strangers of murderous intent. Now you're looking across the beach towel at Spirit, lust in her eyes, sweat glistening on her skin. Your heart races. You can feel your pulse pounding in your ears. Spirit takes you by the hand, and you sit face to face at a private section of the bar. She begins to reach for you, putting her hands on your shoulders. You're sweating, but not in the sexy way she is. You're sweating in the gross way you'd sweat at the interview for a job you're not even remotely qualified for. You don't know what to do. If you try and lock lips in this state, you might gross her out so completely that she'll never be able to look at you romantically again. Spirit, I have some bad news for you. I have something in my teeth, don't I? I think it might be seaweed. I have no idea how long I was in that ocean. No. Well, maybe. But that's not what I was gonna say. It's not happening. Not now, maybe not ever. If they think I'm gonna make out with some stranger just because a bottle told me to, they've got another thing coming. And so do you. Namely a katana into your heart if you even try to make a move under such absurd circumstances. I wasn't gonna... Yeah, I know. You seem pretty harmless. And not at all that bad to kiss, if I were interested. Which I'm not at this moment in time. Are we going to tell them that we kissed? We are. I'm not above lying to get what I want. So that thing about me not being that bad to kiss, was that a lie to get me to play along? If you want to know the truth, figure it out for yourself. But don't expect this life to just hand you gifts like me. All I was ever handed was pain and suffering. Treat me well, and I'll return the favor. Otherwise, try a different route and see what happens. I hate to break up such a passionate moment that we only assume was passionate because we'd never spy on you constantly while you stay on this island. The dinner is being served right away, and we must insist that you join us. We wouldn't want anyone dying of starvation when there's so many interesting things to die from. Oh, you guys. So where's Freddy Krueger at? I don't know if those types of killers would be here, but that would have been nice. Seems like the next activity is mealtime? How quaint. You were expecting what? Capture the flag? Do you know how complicated it is to run a game like that? Much more so than sitting and talking. You arrive at the cookout area to find an assortment of picnic tables scattered around. What were you expecting? Some kind of grand hall with a huge banquet table? This ain't some prestigious fantasy epic like you'd find on cable. Dwight and Claudette usher you to your seat, but there's very limited seating directly around you. And oh, great, terrific! It seems that everyone wants to sit next to you. Even better is that they don't want to sit next to certain other people either. To start, no one wants to sit next to Trapper. Meanwhile, he refuses to sit next to Wraith or Trickster. Hi. Oh yeah, Trickster's here. Surprised? Yeah, well, they don't call him Expected Stir. I'm sorry, even I get nervous around crowds of killers, and my whole shtick gets a little flustered. Hey there, looking good, Zeno. Real good. I need a drink. Alright. And we literally can't let Huntress and Trapper sit together. No, seriously, their arms are too big. They can't fit at the table if they sit side by side. Look at this. We can't even fit everyone on screen at the same time. You probably think it was an error, but it's not. It was completely intentional. Let that be a lesson to you. Every error you think you see is a choice. Got that? Is that your way of saying that if there's a glitch, it's not an actual glitch? That's just how it was meant to be? Alright. Alright. Okay, Dwight and Claudette are directing traffic. You sit on one side, the rest of us sit opposite you. Huntress and Trapper can sit at the ends with their enormous sexy arms. Now that everyone is seated, we can begin dinner. The night's meal was prepared slowly and carefully with both love and hate for 12 hours over a spit. We hope you all enjoy. We really, really hope you do. Hey, you didn't actually tell us what you were serving. What are we eating? It's meat, seasoned with a specific number of special herbs and spices that we simply can't divulge. Are you poisoning us? My favorite. Meat is good. Meat is murder. Which you'd know considering you've been up to. Who are you going to get judgy now? Who are you to get judgy now? What? I'm just sharing facts. And you need to murder something to eat its meat, so that's like technically true. I mean, if you want to eat meat, Depends on the type of meat and if it actually needs to be murdered or not. I mean, I don't know. Technically true is the best kind of true. Okay, enough yapping. Let's eat. Hey, Zeno, you thinking what I'm thinking? It's gonna be a person on that spit, right? Or several parts of overlapping people, perhaps. I haven't seen many pigs wearing palm tree and button-down prints now. You know? When you look closely at the spit, you spot what definitely appears to be scraps of fabric sandwiched between some layers of meat. I think I might be sick. Is there anything else to eat? This took 12 hours. And we do literally everything on this island. Actually, there's one thing you're not doing today. You're not carving up this delectable meat. Well, he's right for a change, because I am with this broad axe. It's a perfect tool for easily chopping anything in twain. First, who says twain? Sometimes I swear it's like we're all from completely different historical eras. You are. Second, I'll handle this with my cleaver. Fast, powerful, and clean. At least it's clean when the meat is cooked. No blood. Ugh, you two and your ridiculous bicep swinging contest. Enough. Throw up. Obviously, my gorgeous katana is the only option. Obs? The hell is that? Well, I'll show you both my katana and send you to actual hell if you'd like. Please stop. Please. I hate when we fight or talk or even when we look at each other in the eye. I can do it. I have the skull of Azeroth. Great. Instead of slicing up, you can club it to a second death. Hey, Zeno. I know this isn't what you want to eat, but hurry up and volunteer to carve up Felix. I mean dinner. Otherwise, it will go on for hours. No hyperbole. They once argued over who had the most effective weapons for 72 hours straight. And it doesn't matter which one does it. When they're done, they will take even longer cleaning their weapon, all while explaining the value of maintaining your tools. Despite being a bunch of cold-blooded killers, for some reason, they're always terrified of tetanus. Meat. Hey, why don't you just let me carve up dinner? Splendid idea. We'd hate for it to get cold. We hated it when it got cold. Here's the machete. I know that people don't really pronounce it machete, but give me a break. I'm Hispanic. Here's a machete, freshly sharpened. Minigames consist of two parts. On top, a pointer which rotates in the clockwise direction. Didn't you say this already? And on the bottom, a target you're going to be pointing at. Sometimes the target is immediately visible. Sometimes it's hidden under the pointer until the pointer arrives. Press the spacebar to stop the pointer while over the target to win. Fail to land on the target and you will lose. To achieve a perfect success, land on the start of the target, not the end. Okay. Okay, ready to play? Or would you like to know? Just, I'm ready. Ready! Away we go. Slice. Perfect! I was never good at skill checks. Perfect! Why is it so fast? Perfect! Oh, come on. You're fucking with me. Not bad. Perfect. I got a perfect. I'll take it. That was pretty good. I'd like to see what you could do with a less clumsy weapon. Yeah, I said it. Machetes are dumb. Dinner's finally served. For real. The sounds, especially coming from this masked killers while they eat, which involves lifting their mask and shoving food up behind them, are nasty. Spirit, meanwhile, doesn't even eat. She's the one who seems to really be embracing being dead. They're all dead, right? This is obviously hell. I mean, come on. We're still trying to be mysterious here. You think mystery comes easy. Claudette and Dwight aren't the only ones who've been working their asses off to make this night perfect. Well, at least they're lifting their masks. This is only 99% as disgusting as it could be if they just tried to mash through that. Spirit, why aren't you hungry? The two best things about being dead is not having to eat. That's only one thing. Think about it, Zeno. Number two is no number. There's no number two. One less thing to think about in the afterlife. Thank you, Gregular. I appreciate it. Even if I wanted to eat, I have no idea what would actually follow. You might have noticed, but I'm mostly just a bunch of dismembered body parts floating in spectral form. Do you see how deep this cut on my abdomen is? I don't think my digestive tract connects anymore. Between the food and the behavior of the group, this might be the worst meal in history. But even worse is they're staring at you. You're not eating. They don't like that. I think they want an explanation why. What do you want to tell them? This is gross. I'm sorry. Look at that. Look at that seagull. Wow, you ever seen a seagull that big? I haven't. That's incredible. Anyway, what are we talking about? Lame misdirect. Yeah, she's right, Zeno. Pretty lame. Own who you are. Never compromise. Didn't you wash up on this island with no memory of who you are and how you got here? Yes, you did. Poor thing. I know. Please baby me, Wraith. You have no idea the last time you ate a real meal, and you've been standing in the sun. But the seagull... Uh-oh, he just made a lot of good points. I swear. You're beginning to feel lightheaded. It waved at me. Maybe you need to eat to survive here. Either that or someone poisoned you. I think we've been poisoned. No, wait. You haven't eaten, so you can't be poisoned. Whatever the answer, you're clearly about to pass out. Oh hey, it's me again. Your friend, mentor, and guide. Narrator to the narrator. The ocean. Or possibly the entity. Not sure how I feel about that characterization, but I'll allow it. I brought you here, and I might be the only one who can help you now. There's only one thing you must do to survive. You have to figure out why you're really here. No one can tell you, not unless you follow the right path, or at least a right path. There's too many of those to count. Hopefully you pick at least one of them. Because there are even more wrong paths. Many of them lead to your demise. Others lead to something even worse. Starting scenes over and having to fast forward back to where you were. Am I right? For this place holds many secrets, even from itself. But the one that truly matters can only be learned if you answer the most important question. Why are you here? Why are you here? Answer that and you'll learn the truth. The ultimate truth. Vague, mysterious. I gotta give it up to this ocean character. That's some quality early game storytelling. You wake up to find Spirit holding your limp body, gingerly pouring cold water into your mouth. Don't you just love the ocean at night? I do. Staring out over the vast darkness of the ocean really validates the feelings inside me that we're all truly insignificant, and the only thing worth pursuing is revenge. I have to wonder, how could anyone believe anything else? Look out into the darkness of night and ponder her question. Well, it's a simple question. How could they? How could anyone not feel small and alone in the face of such massive nothingness? You've always been alone. You found someone special. That's so cheesy. I just say you've always been alone. Maybe it's Spirit's words, maybe it's the ocean, or maybe it has always been this way. But you suddenly feel connected to Spirit's words. I may not remember much about my life before, but there's one thing I know to be true. I've always been alone. And I always will be alone. Spirit has turned from looking at the ocean and is looking directly at you now. It's a funny idea, isn't it? Being alone. Together. It's the best we can hope for. Maybe. Or maybe it's too much to hope for. Maybe it's impossible to pretend we know anything that is just arrogance. Ugh, it's so dumb. So busy trying to please everyone and be the perfect student, the perfect employee, and the perfect daughter. I didn't take care of myself, and now I'm all I've got. Worst of all, I got distracted from my true purpose, my destiny, the purpose that was sitting inside me my whole life. Okay, so this might sound a bit silly, but Spirit looks around to see if there's anyone else on the beach. When she's convinced that it's only you two, she continues. There's a dragon that lives inside me. I've always known, but I've tried to ignore it. When I couldn't ignore it, I tried to push it down. So stupid. You're not stupid. That sounds badass. Right? But I didn't let it out, and then I, you know, chop chop. And now that dragon's pretty much a one-track revenge beast. Enough about me. What's inside of you, stranger? Nothing but darkness. No dragon, just a lot of fire. Sure, we'll go with this one. No dragon, just fire. Raging inferno, in fact. Begging to burn this whole place down if I let it out. Maybe I am the dragon? I'm sorry, but you're no dragon. And breathing fire, that's some hobbit type nonsense. I'm a descendant of a proud samurai. Our dragons are on a whole other level. Looks like there was only room for one dragon inside Spirit after all. Just as things are really heating up, you hear a flurry of footsteps behind you, and you quickly spin around, ready to fend off whatever new danger has popped up on the strange island. Only to find that it's Dwight and Claudette sprinting across the beach, clipboards in hand, which they're waving in the air above their heads. It's very important that we stick to the itinerary and attend each event as scheduled. Playing sick for cute foot points was not a part of this evening's activities. My man. I was out. I was out for the count. Give me a break. That's strictly slotted in for after campfire story time. At this rate, we'll be late. Playing sick? No, no time for excuses. Well, there is, but that's scheduled for after what comes after the flirting. Hi, ETG. Go, 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 go! Excuse me, guys. Once everyone has gathered at the fire pit, Dwight and Claudette quickly make an announcement. We're not going to blame anyone in particular, but someone, and we're not going to say who, so don't worry, you, hasn't been sticking to the schedule. That means that we're behind on time for evening activities. And we'll only have time for one person to share their special spooky nighttime story. Just one story? The story time is my favorite activity. This is a narrative-heavy experience. You're telling us that only one person gets to share? How will we decide who? Oh, don't make me choose. Oh, great. We have to decide as a group? That never goes well. Whoever did this, step up now. I swear I won't be angry. I'll merely chop your head off clean. No fuss, no muss. Voice trembling, you realize this is probably it for you, but you embrace your fate. Sorry, everyone. I think they're talking about me. To be honest, I still don't understand how this whole schedule thing works. I guess I lost track of time while I was passed out. Been there before, even though it's taken some pressure off of me, which is an absolute dream come true. Is it really fair to pick on the newbie? Seriously, has anything ever happened on schedule even once? Damn it, Donald, if you try to flex that authority gimmick one more time, so help me, I'll snap your head off. I'll snap your head off so quick, and then I'll drown you in his blood, Cynthia. Who's Donald and Cynthia? Are you talking about Dwight and Claudette? Bust and Muss are back on. You two know I love to hack, slash, and slice. We all know you love to kill. It's almost all you talk about. Nobody named any names. Who even knows any names? Not us. I renounce my name. Who's Donald? Who's Dwight? Who even knows anyone? Call me nobody. But we still gotta get started on story time, so I like how they changed the name to nobody. Zeno, who do you think should go? Ah, damn it, that's a name. Please pick somebody quickly so this tropical vacation doesn't turn into a bloodbath. Unless somebody else catches my attention, I am trying to get with Spirit, so I choose you, Spirit. Whoa! This entire experience is being carefully crafted into avoid an IP infringement lawsuit. Let's be careful with the catchphrases, will ya? Really? You want to hear from me? Spirit huffs and dramatically rolls her eyes as she gets to her feet in front of the campfire. Don't let her talk you out of it. She's great with ghost stories. I don't know where she gets it. You really don't, Wraith. You really don't. But she comes up with the scariest stuff. Seriously disturbing, even to me, and I literally pulled a guy's skull and spine out once with my bare hands. My throat, hold on. Ugh, moisturize. Talk about bullshit stories. If everyone is gonna chit-chat, I guess I can just sit down and... Huntress's eyes go red behind her mask, and both Trapper and Wraith take their seat. They know when it's worth fighting and when it's not. Well, I hate to break it to you, but tonight's story isn't scary. It's a romance. Too late now, though. I was selected, and so I'm gonna tell my story. I call it The Prisoner's Kiss. You notice that Huntress and Wraith are both sharing a giant tub of popcorn. Nobody offered you popcorn. It was a dark summer night. Warm rain seeped from the sky like blood from an open wound. Detective Hara... I'm gonna go with that pronunciation. Detective Hara, a celebrated investigator and renowned hostage negotiator, was called to the scene of a strange occurrence, unlike anything she had ever seen before. When she arrived, the scene was chaotic. Crowds had begun to gather. A dozen other officers were doing everything they could to keep curious onlookers away. But how could anyone resist wanting to know more? For there, in the middle of a busy market, had appeared a giant box. Strange, alien in its appearance and massive in size. No one knew how it got there. Was it delivered? Built on site? In such a busy area, how could something like this just appear? A mystery. It was as if conjured by magic. But this was no illusion. The huge box was very real, and someone was trapped inside. Spirit pauses her story to look from face to face of each audience member. She has no expression, but you feel her vibrating with energy. She's in her element. Also, by the way, what the fuck happened to Trickster? Wasn't he eating with... Okay. Help me! Cried someone inside the box. It was a man, terrified, trapped, imprisoned, his voice trembling. But now it was as if every detective in the city was there, looking for this strange structure, up and down, inspecting it on every side. It didn't make sense. There were no doors, no windows, no fasteners or seams. It was completely solid and much too heavy to move by hand. Solid, that is, except for a single small slit, just enough to see the bloodshot eyes of the prisoner trapped inside. I don't know what happened. I woke up and here I was. I'm so scared. Please help me, cried the man as if pleading for his life. No stranger to tense situations, Detective Hara comforted the man. She used her training to calm him and buy time for the other investigators. However, time did not bring clarity, only anxiety as the night dragged on with no progress opening the box. And as the night grew longer, the seeping rain puddling on the ground, the man inside grew more desperate, more sad and lonely, more pathetic and in need of help. But Detective Hara was no help at all. Powerless to save him, guilt began to weigh on her, like it had never before. Don't let me die in here, the man begged. Don't let me die alone. Stay calm, instructed Detective Hara. You're not alone. I'm here. Now half the town is here. We're all in this together. We won't let this be at the end of your story. Looking through that narrowest of passageways, Detective Hara watched her own reflection in the tear-filled eyes of the strange, sad prisoner. Together they both wept in silence at the hopelessness of the moment. What's up, Chris? Guess what? What? Promise? Asked the man. Promise that I'm not alone? Yes, she promised. I do. A simple pledge. She felt an instant connection like she had never felt before. Not to her family, not to her friends, not to any of the other hostages she had worked so hard to free before. And so, when the man's eyes closed and backed away, it didn't scare Detective Hara, but she knew he will return. And he did, pressing his lips up to the narrow slit in this horrible puzzle box, repeating his question again, steam flowing from his mouth as he asked, Promise? Promise that I'm not alone? Yes, she promised, I do. And pressing her palms against the cold outside of the box, without truly knowing why, Detective Hara leaned forward and placed her own lips up to the opening, letting her breath creep into the strange structure, allowing her warm lips to fall on this man's. It was a gentle kiss, a moment of compassion. She could feel in this brief contact the beating of her heart, pulsing blood through every inch of her body, matched beat for beat in the soft touch. Thank you, said the man, no trace of fear remaining in his voice. and he backed away into the darkness, disappearing in a single moment of eerie calmness. "Get back!" yelled an officer, suddenly thrusting himself between Detective Hata and the box, breaking a silence that would soon be filled by a cacophony of whirring gears and clicking latches, a symphony of mechanical activity happening all at once. Something had triggered, as if an unseen lever pulled, and the side of the giant box began to slide open. "Chicken butt, I see you." Detective Hata gripped her flashlight tightly and pushed forward into the foggy interior of the giant box. Her feet splashed in the puddled rainwater, her heart racing as she swept the light from side to side. And that's when her eyes landed on the man, or at least landed on what should have been him. There, in the corner of the box, was a pile of pieces, like parts of a doll, almost pulled apart, or perhaps that's just how Detective Hata had to think of him in that moment to survive. A collection of segments, limbs, pieces, disconnected from one another, cleanly severed and placed in a neat little pile. And atop that pile, a head, cold, pale, eyes open, lips in icy blue. Spirit stares at the fire, her own expression lifeless, her lips blue. Tears fall from her chin and soak into the sand at her feet. You're blown away by the story, and it's safe to say you're not alone. Everyone else is looking into the fire up at the sky, anywhere but at Spirit. It was you who chose her, you who initiated this harrowing tale. So sad, so creepy, so potential? You really went into great detail when it came to describing that kiss. Well, she did, I didn't. Too much detail, and now no one is sure how to act. Dwight and Claudette are staring daggers at you. You have to do something. This game was supposed to be a lighthearted romp. Please, I said do something. Say nothing, hug her. I don't know if she'd appreciate that. Cool story. Stand up and try to start one of those. I don't know if she don't know me like that. I don't know her like that. So I would like to comfort her, but I don't think hugging is the way to do it. I'm just going to be very awkward and start one of those slow claps. You stand up and clap once, then after a beat again, slowly building a dramatic group clap. Graves stands next to you and claps. No one else does. Spirit flirts off as this clapping slows to a halt, which happens almost immediately because it was slow to begin with. Usually they're much more disturbing. More disturbing than that? No. You don't regret picking Spirit to tell the story for tonight, but you have to admit to yourself that even on the strangest day of your life so far, that you can remember, at least, you still weren't prepared for that. On that note, everyone decides it's time to take a break and split up for a little bit so they can all have a moment alone before bed. Everyone leaves and you're alone by the fire. The only thing you hear is the ocean slowly lapping against the shore. This is nice. A true moment of peace and tranquility that lasts for all 7 seconds because Trickster shows up. He's blaring his latest song. Hey baby, you look lonely. Mind if I join you? He doesn't wait for an answer. I know you've been hearing from these guppies all day, but I want you to hear something from a big fish like me. Something special, though special those in charge of this island don't want you to hear. I am the ultimate catch on this island, the only lobster in an ocean of sardines. No one can give you what I can. You just have to find me. Come find me, baby. Okay. Trickster leaves. You're a bit confused about what to make of his cryptic clues, but you aren't going to get any time to yourself to think about them just yet. Spirit approaches you. You know, I was watching you while I told my story. I could tell it was having an effect on you. This fog that follows me around, I could feel you breathing heavily, taking me in. You and I are both absolutely flabbergasted at this piece of information. Legit, you learn something new every day, even when you're a god. I mean, a narrator. You're doing it again right now. You need to calm down. You should come to the hot tub with me. Oh! Jello, pretty voice of eating game. Hi, some country guy. What's up? Dipping in hot tubs with the Spirit. You've come a long way in a single day. I'm not saying you shouldn't follow her. An offer like that. Just don't forget our little talk. Do I have a choice? I mean, I know Trickster was like, come find me, baby. But like, I don't think I have a choice. I'm just going to the hot tub with my girl, okay? You and your storyteller friends slip into the water. It's just the right temperature for an evening dip. Plus, if some jealous shark comes along and manages to jump from the ocean into the pool, you're also pretty sure your killer companion could handle it. I just wanted to be totally clear. Even though that story bore some similarities to my life, it was not about me in any way, shape, or form. Not symbolically, not metaphorically, not any other ickly. I believe you, completely. Sure, you were kind to some pieces in your life, and so was the person in the story. A perfectly normal coincidence. Sure, you're on this island trapped, one might say, in a most puzzling place. Try over on the achievement unlocked? Sure. Also a completely regular coincidence. And sure, his lips were blue. Your lips are blue. Really? You'd call this blue? Searching for answers, hoping to find revenge? Okay, so the similarities stop there, I guess. Coincidences. Sorry, the coincidences. Get this through your head, whoever you are. Samurai blood runs through my veins. Or, well, maybe it has coagulated by now. No need to sweat the details. Regardless, I'm a descendant of noble warriors. Thousands of years of training with bladed weapons preceded my entrance into this world. Do you know how many swords that is? A lot. You've got to figure that with that many sharp edges, a person is bound to get disconnected from the body part here and there. The truth is, I wouldn't typically share this, so don't go blabbing about it. I dreamt that story, like watching a movie in my sleep when I was just a little girl, years before my father sunk his blade into my skin. I've never been able to shake it. That's a very adult story for a child to dream. Do you believe me? Who cares? No. Yeah, sure, I'll believe you. I know we just met, but yes, I do believe you. The way you told that story, it clearly came from someplace deep. Fool! Who taught you to trust a stranger? You're gonna get hurt if you don't learn to take better care of yourself. Now you've got me wondering, do I believe you if you believe her or not? If I know everything, because trust me, I do know everything, don't I already know the answer to my own question about it if I believe your answer to Spirit's question? Thank you, some country guy. I appreciate it. Whoa. Ocean air got me tripping. Sorry, I didn't mean to distract us both. What's important is that a certain corpsey cutie floating in a cloud of magical mist might still be waiting for you to say the right thing and free her from her puzzle box. If you believe that she is the... Damn, it got me going again. Fortunately, before you can follow this conundrum to what will surely be a mind-numbing cycle of new questions, you find a certain to someone standing before you with a fresh towel, ready to dry you off. Sorry, kids, but it's time for bed. I might be the youngest one here, but I'm no kid. I do, however, love being wrapped up in a fresh, clean towel. My mother used to help me wash my hair when I was young. She'd comb out all the tangles and tie a ribbon around it before sending me on my way. I miss her. We watch as Spirit stares off into the distance, her hand gripping into a tight fist. She doesn't notice you're watching her at first. When she catches you looking, she turns away, roughly grabs a towel from Dwight, and then pushes him and Claudette aside as she floats off. Did I hear that right? Oh, okay. I heard the what? Oh, and I was like, wait a minute, did I hear that right? Was that my notification? Or was that in-game? So, Country Guy, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you. You head over to the campfire. The heat is comforting on this chilly night. Looking into the crackling embers, you think about Spirit's story about the prisoner in the puzzle box. If you manage to escape this place, will you leave with your life? Or has it already been taken from you, and it's just a matter of time until you make a gruesome discovery? Before you can dwell too much on your fate, Claudette and Dwight arrive, their now familiar creepy smile stretching from ear to ear. It's a bit menacing to see a smile like that lit by firelight. We must apologize for the accommodations. We weren't prepared for another guest, but we're going to make you comfortable, or die trying. They hand over a pillow and blanket and welcome you to snuggle up by the fire. That was weird background for a second there. Perhaps some music will put you at ease? Just try to keep the volume to a minimum. Our other guests aren't the types you'll want to rob of their beauty sleep. Ready? Repeat the instruction. No, I'm ready. Ready! Away we go! As you relax and look into the fire, the radio begins to fuzz and flicker. You examine it and decide that you might adjust the dial and fix it. Oh. Let's see what's on this station. I don't know why I was so nervous. Listen more, turn it off.
Alright, let's talk about our community. For us, it means two major things. First of all, the community is you out there. It's you and everybody else either playing the game or talking about the game or creating content related to the game or being inspired by the game to write music or to make outfits. It's everybody that's part of what makes Dead by Daylight this amazingly rich and passionate environment. It means groups of people who interact on every single possible social platform, in person. It means people who play together. It's even the people who play by themselves and never talk to anybody.
Put that in this trash.
So it's important for us to be able to break it down and figure out exactly who is part of it.
Boom Slayer. Wait, is that copyrighted? This shouldn't be, right? Alright, I didn't mean to click that again. Get me out of here. I don't think it's copyrighted, right? I just want to hear what they got for each station. Sounds like something Avenged Sevenfold will put out. My power went out as soon as I said happy birthday, so I'm saying it again. Oh, thank you, Gregular. Who are we targeting? I'm trying to be smooth with Spirit. Unless Trickster, I don't know, does something. We'll see. I don't know how many other killers they're gonna put in here, so. No matter how many things you listen to, you still can't sleep. You decide to ask one of the killers to spend a little more time with you until you're asleep. You know, sometimes when I can't sleep, you know what I do? I listen to ASMR. You know, I used to rag on people, be like, ASMR, how can you sleep? It makes no sense, but it actually is very calming. Who would you like to summon to your side as you lay by the fire? You know, I would like to do Spirit, but I kind of also want to do Huntress. Should I talk to Huntress? I'm thinking. I'm pretty sure, like, even if I were to talk to another killer on the side, whoever it is that you talk to the most and deal with the most, they would still be your number one. So I don't think this will ruin my relationship with Spirit. Huntress? Are you around? I was wondering if I could get a little company. Huntress appears in an instant. You really didn't hear her coming. She's more than happy to tell you her secret for falling asleep when she's feeling restless. Ooh. I did that too. I can't sleep without it now. It's so comforting. If a Soviet lullaby doesn't work, this special mushroom tea has always done the trick. When I'm not coating the blade of my hatchet in it to ease the passing of my victims, I'm steeping it in a piping hot mug of water. Try it. You do. You finally start to feel sleepy, except maybe this isn't really a sleepy feeling. Maybe you're paralyzed. You try to keep your eyes open, but you can't. Darkness overtakes you. The dark voice from earlier speaks to you again. It shouldn't still be as spooky, but now you've had a whole day of strange voices in your head. But this one's still undeniably odd. The human body is made up of 60% water. Did you know that? Of course you did. Everyone knows that. Even amnesiac video game protagonists. Well, guess what? Drink as much as you like. You'll never get to 100%. You hear me? Don't think I don't see what you're up to. You awake suddenly to see someone looming over you. Wraith stares at you awkwardly. He says nothing, just stares. You look around to see if there's something going on behind you or on either side, but nope. Just staring. Oh, you're awake. I saw you with Huntress right before bedtime. Are you making some sort of a alliance? Are you with? Wraith scans the horizon. Them? I'm just making sure you are who you say you are. I've been burned before, and something seems off on this island since you've arrived. Even more off than usual. Maybe we could talk about that more tomorrow? It's just, since you got here, I think we could have a really nice day tomorrow together. Are you asking me on a date? It's just, you have no idea how long I've been here with these monsters. To be honest, I have no idea either. They're just awful, boring and loud and stupid. You're different. There's finally someone here on my level. You're thoughtful, interesting, gentle. I think we could, have fun. Oh, he's so cute. I could show you some cool stuff if you want. If you don't, that's totally cool. I get it. No pressure. I have to hang out with him now. In fact, probably just forget I was here. Good night. Finally alone for real this time. Maybe. You drift off to sleep again. Hopefully you're not poisoned. Aw, he's so cute. Wait a second. Where are we? This isn't... Oh, jeez. It is. It's one of those reality show confessional rooms where all the contestants talk directly to the camera. I think today went really well. These were some of my favorite interactions with someone who isn't the parent that didn't end in a bloodshed or untimely perishing in my Russian cottage. So I'm counting today as a win no matter what happens. What do I think of the newcomer? Do I have to say... Oh, I do? Okay. Attractive? Mysterious? He thinks I'm attractive? I really don't know that many other words since I was raised by mom in the woods until she was skewered by an elk, and I had to wash her entrails off my seraphim. That being said, the other three should make sure to be on their guard. I don't know who this newcomer will want to spend time with tomorrow, but I for one would not let my guard down easily. Who knows about the others? Wraith, I think, knows more than he's letting on about this place. Hey, he's a hard nut to crack. Meanwhile, Spirit's just screaming all the time. Major buzzkill. And Trapper? Ugh. Where do I even begin with Trapper? He's buff? Sure. But daddy issues much? Sheesh. Look, I don't need anyone. I've been perfectly fine on my own since my mother died. I eat a fine diet of raw deer, bear, and human, and I'm fit as a fiddle. She's so cute. I keep saying that of all these characters that they're so cute, but Jesus Christmas. That being said, something about this newcomer makes me think that I might be missing out on some huge part of this thing called life. If I'm being honest, I want to kill just about every person I meet within a minute of meeting them. Even the few people I can tolerate, I want to see suffer for a long time before I kill them. This person? For some reason, I would like them to continue living. For now. One false step and... Well, you know, everyone calls me a trapper for a reason. And they better call me Trapper. I swear, if I watch this later and if you list me as Evan, I'm gonna kill that Chiron guy. I'm not really sure how to feel about Zeno. On one hand, everyone I've ever cared about has met an awful fate, so it's probably good for Zeno if they just kept ignoring me. On the other hand, there's something about them that maybe could work out for my plan. For me. What plan? I thought you were flirting with me. I know that everyone thinks of me as beautiful, cold-blooded monster. I can't help it. Circulation just isn't my thing. I don't choose to be cold. This cute hat and robe? Okay, those are a choice. Sure. If someone were to come around and capture my heart, at least that beats being stabbed in it. Besides, If I'm gonna get bloody revenge on a society that's used me and thrown me away, maybe it wouldn't hurt to have a little help. I thought we were going somewhere with some of these characters, but now I feel like they're all using me. You open your eyes, the sun is shining, there's not a cloud in the sky. Bullshit, I see clouds in the sky. And you feel great, totally well rested. You're not even suspicious of the fact that you fell asleep at the campfire but woke up several yards down the beach. Why? Wait, are you on vacation? Was yesterday nothing more than a strange dream? No, not a dream. You really are here for another day. Why? I have no idea. You're obviously a weirdo. Speaking of weirdos, I see the rest of the gang is hanging out on the beach. This is definitely not a dream. I wouldn't rule out a nightmare just yet, though. At least they make for a sexy bunch, no? And talk about sexy, here comes Trickster carrying coffee. Morning, beautiful. I thought you might like a nice cup of joe to start this incredible day off. Is that death coffee? Trickster seems suspiciously cheerful. I'm sure there's nothing nefarious behind his joyful demeanor, though. Everyone knows musicians are morning people. I also want to wish you luck. Today's an important one. My only regret is that I won't be a bigger part of it. Man looks tasty. Budgeting issues. Also, I'm just swamped with engagements, especially on the other island. Trickster winks at you. If you want to ask him how to reach the other island, now is the time. Never mind, he left. Well, at least he brought me a cup of... No, wait, don't drink that! What the hell is that? They don't call him Trickster because he's good on a skateboard. And he definitely didn't get that name because he brings people drinks so they can have a good morning. That was almost certainly not coffee. And I don't want anyone casually poisoning, imprisoning, and torturing you. Yet. This is supposed to be a tropical paradise. The type of place you get a 5 out of 5, 10 out of 10, 2 thumbs up review to not an eternal prison of pain. And please make sure to leave a review. It really helps with the algorithms. Just trust me, I'm looking out for you. So can we please move on? Hey, wait a second. How did a possibly omniscient, possibly unreliable narrator physically just knock that coffee out of your hand? This is not the Parliament, and the floor does not recognize the ocean to speak out of turn at this moment. I need no recognition, for I am the ocean. I dominate the land. I submerge those who defy me and become their watery grave. Actually, speaking of graves, I would like to say something. Something of grave importance. Fine, go ahead. Even as this place is an eternal prison of pain, and I'm not saying it is, even a place of extreme horror can still receive a 5 out of 5, 10 out of 10 thumbs up review if it was crafted with love and/or that's the type of thing you're into. You know, the ocean is right. A lot of hard work goes into a place like this. You should really judge it on the artist's intent, and whenever possible, start from the mindset of giving them the benefit of the doubt. Constructing these elaborate simulations, vacations, it's not easy to do. Sometimes there's some small bugs or inconsistencies, but that's just the nature of the process. Perfection is overrated. The universe is filled with mysteries. We ought to celebrate those who venture to bare their souls as a part of creative process with the ultimate intent of making things for our enjoyment. Not be overly critical of them. Are you trying to say something here? Are you two trying to sell me on this place actually being good? You don't have to say it like that. Especially after I saved you from that poorly made up coffee. Sorry, we should be here, 5 minutes ago? They should have been here 5 minutes ago. They always do this on the second morning. Sad, really. Even if they do make some great points. Oh, sure, they make great points, I agree. Can we please move on? Yes, of course, apologies, Lena. The last few minutes aside, have you been enjoying your time here on the island? Yes, I've been having a lovely time. Yes, it's been really entertaining. Yes, I'm not suspicious. There's a no option. I'm gonna choose this one. Yeah, I'm not at all suspicious that there's a no option here. What an encouraging response. And we're so glad you're not suspicious. Hey Claudette, maybe Xeno isn't suspicious because they figured out what they're actually doing here? Zero chance. They're still clicking. Even right now to see how you'll respond. Hey, look at that. Yeah, they don't know anything. It doesn't matter though, Xeno. We're so happy to hear you're having fun. I don't trust them. I feel like I shouldn't trust the killers, but I'm really starting not to trust these two. I didn't say I was having fun. We're all having fun, Xeno. Do you hear us? We're all having fun. We do need to ask you one more question though. We all had to sign away our rights to say anything negative about this place. Would you please sign this non-disparagement agreement? No! No! I will not say anything negative about this island. You have my word that I, Xeno, agree with the terms of this verbal contract. Wait. What? Did they just... Perfect. Delightful. Excellent. Yes, yes. Hey Xeno, it's still totally cool if you have constructive feedback. Place to leave that is in a positive review because we all know that nobody reads negative reviews of games resorts like this. Anyways, I see Dwight and Claudette have gone into a trance. And with the grumbling I hear from your belly, that can mean only one thing. Breakfast. That suspicious comment just that threw me off. Threw me for a loop. Perfect timing. Everyone rolls into the dining area to lard up those sexy little bellies with pancakes and bacon, and so much for maintaining these beach bods. We're all half naked in a tropical island. What tropical paradise? Can we get some strawberries here? A yogurt? Magic powers will only get you so far. Even killers watch their sodium intake. You take your plate and sit down, thinking about yesterday and the whirlwind of feelings you experienced. Danger, dread, disorientation. It was like going through puberty again, except all in one day on a beautiful, mysterious island. It looks like you're not the only one doing some introspection, though. Trapper stands up to talk about how his day went, in case anyone was wondering. Personally, I wasn't. I'll be honest, I didn't expect you to survive yesterday, so congrats, I guess. Whether you survive today is 50-50 at best. Good luck. Well, that was bizarre. Back to your beef. Back to your Nope. Now Huntress has to talk about her feelings. At this point, anything can happen. I'm open to all the possibilities that this strange island has in store. How open-minded? Oh, well, that surely must be it. No one else would weirdly stand up during breakfast too. And just like that, here comes Spirit. Did everyone sleep well? I did, or should I say did not. I haven't slept in 20 years on account of the whole burning quest for familial revenge thing, and last night was no different, so in that case, it was exactly how it should be. Got a lot of reading done, though. Now, if you don't mind, I'm gonna go back to quietly resenting being trapped here with you all, while looking cute doing so. Guessing Wraith has had enough time to work up the courage to speak in front of a group? Ah, perfect. There he is. Take us home, Wraith. I'm glad the introduction of Xeno to our island paradise, and yeah, that was in quotations, didn't distract me from the normal routine, ignoring all of you and vice versa. This place is an eternal prison of suspicion and suffering, and no one cares. I'm still the only one asking questions. I'm asking a question too. It's, when will Wraith shut up? And now they're all looking at you expectantly. Wait, are you supposed to stand up and explain how yesterday made you feel? I think I need to process everything by myself. I'll see you all soon. Damn, what a power play. I keep wanting more. You're getting good at this game. Sexy true-to-life experience. Shame you didn't get to eat any breakfast, but so be it. How long can we survive without eating anything in this game? I mean, wonderful true-to-life experience. After breakfast, you head to the hot tub by yourself to clear your head. Yesterday was, in short, a lot. They're leading you to a false sense of security, truly. Move that. Before you get there, though, something catches your attention. You hear that? Who are you addressing, me? Well, yeah, I guess. That's okay, right? You know, I might be pursuing a relationship with one of these 4 fine killers, but feels like the person I'm getting to know the most is you, narrator. Can I hook up with the narrator? It's only okay in so much as it serves to illustrate that you've lost your mind, seeing how I'm not real and all. Yeah, I heard it this time. I think it's coming from behind the pool shed. No, stick it in there. A little more. Oh, a little more. Oh yeah, that's it. Yes. How's that feel? Intense. Nice. Yeah, that feels right. This is uncomfortable. Now I want you to take that and put it right. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Just like that. Exactly like that. I swear I had no idea these two even do whatever it is they're doing. I'm afraid to look. Please say something so they know you're close by and can hear them. Oh wow, look at this super cool bottle of Trickster brand suntan lotion someone left on a chair. Anyone know where I can buy some? Damn it. Oh, come on, a little privacy please. Dwight is panting and Claudette has a crazed look in her eyes. Sorry, I didn't know how else to let you know I was here and that I could hear you, well, you know. Know what? What do you think we were doing? You were doing... I don't know exactly what you were doing, but it sounded like, fun? You think 2 people trying to find new ways to kill each other in a desperate search to make their own death permanent is fun? Oops. We get 5 minutes to ourselves every day, and we spend it hoping if we stab each other in just the right spot, we won't get resurrected. Oh, so that's what you were sticking in. Okay. I don't know, y'all... it still sounds kind of suspicious. I've come to believe that the key is finding the exact place we need to bleed out from. And I believe that place is in our appendix. Why else would it be there? Makes sense to me. Did you actually think we were me and him? Dwight? You don't have to laugh that hard. They get it. My life is a nightmare, and yet somehow it's never been worse than right now. Let's go, lover boy. I know that all of our entry wounds and our 5 minutes is up anyway. Good luck, Sino. You're gonna need it. Yeah, so that's what the kids are calling it now. And hey, if you figure out how to escape this island, please make sure your ghost tells us how. That was both a tragedy and a comedy. A crackmity. Shut up, I like it. Anyway, where were we? Oh yeah. You're heading to the hot tub by yourself to clear your head. Why does it sound like something Carlos Santana will release? I'm sorry, the music it kicked in my head and I'm like, oh shit. You're heading to the hot tub by yourself to clear your head. Yesterday was, in short, a lot. So far today has been exhausting too. But you're dedicated to achieving a true centered sense of calm. No drama, no bullshit, just soaking up the sun in the heated pool. Today, you're on a date with you. Oh, I like that. I want to be on a date with me. Who would make the first move? And aside from that disturbing thought, all is going to plan. So shadow blocks your precious sun. Spiky tip, like a palm tree, is bending over to screw with you. It's no tree at all. It's... Hey, babe. Breakfast was weird, huh? Everyone just getting up and announcing how they're feeling. What's that about? Some forced kind of check-in with the group? I don't like it. Fishy. Kind of lazy. Whatever though. Breakfast is dumb. No one should eat before noon or after 4 p.m. Yeah, I do intermittent fasting. You've seen my abs, by the way. Maybe you can see them later at my private stage on the other island. You know, IP Island? Where all the Hollywood celebs hang out. If you play your cards right. Is BTS gonna be there? Oh, I don't know if you appreciated that comment. I could give you a private show. Yo. So I don't normally look at people's junk. So I saw this long white strip across his his shorts, and I swore it was wide open. I saw his pants were wide open. It scared the fuck out of me. I was like, I know behavior is not that risky. Catch you around. If BTS is there, tell them I love them. His abs are pretty amazing. You gotta give him that. And the blow up bat, threatening but adorable. Makes for an interesting silhouette. Genius design. He's a psychopath just like the rest of them. You don't gotta give him anything. And we're not best friends just because we had a little talk about doing a little talking. It's not an open invitation to go smashing the fourth wall every 5 seconds. Okay, now that that guy's gone and we've got some ground rules established that we're definitely going to abide by, it's time to lay back, take some deep, slow breaths, and nope, another shadow. These people will not leave you alone. Let's see who it is this time. Oh, it's Spirit. That checks out. You two have gotten pretty cozy. We should get out of here. I know a place that brings a bit of welcome to the darkness of this tropical nightmare. Best of all, I'm the only one that seems to know about it, so we won't be bothered there. I don't even know why I'm telling you, really. It's my private spot, but I guess I've got a feeling that you'll appreciate it in the way that I do. Not like these other killers. They don't get me. But I'll get them. Oh, I'll get them all. And I'll get my father too. And I'll punish him for what he did to my mother and me. Spirit radiates a menacing aura, waving her sword around in the air as she threatens, well, the entire universe. It's scary and more than a little hot if you get turned on by menacing. Look, all this time on Murderous Island has got us both a little confused about things. I'm choosing to lean into it. I suggest you do the same. You've seen her get mad, which is probably enough to scare you into compliance, but you've also seen that there's a more sensitive side hiding within her. Which one do you think will win out? You consider her offer, but before you can decide if you want to go off with Spirit, the Huntress interjects. I guess you could go off with Spirit today. She seems pretty cool, actually. I think we weren't here on this island vying against each other for your attention. We might actually be friends. We might have something, though, you and I. Do we? We hardly talked. I mean, you gave me mushroom tea last night, so thank you. But outside of that, yeah. I couldn't let you go off to her goth lighthouse without speaking up first. Yeah, I know her secret spot. I see everything through the holes in this adorable mask. So, my offer stands. We can still hang out today. Plenty of room at my cabin. Wink, wink. She made me thirsty. It's pretty cute that Huntress thinks she has to say wink wink out loud. The mask barely even hides her face. Tough choice. You weigh your options quickly because you can only go on one date today. And you also don't want to be hacked to pieces for saying the wrong thing. It's always good to remember that these are cold-blooded killers. But you know what they say, when life gives you lemons, you make lemonade. And then die a horrible, retching, writhing death after drinking it because the lemons were poisoned all along. Sorry, this island has really got me tilted. So who will it be? I don't like choices. I like Huntress, but I also like Spirit. I did say I was going to try to stick with Spirit for the majority of this, so I don't know why I'm making this difficult. Let's choose Spirit. Sorry, Huntress. We could do this another time. Brain check. I gotta go with Spirit. You've made the correct decision. But know this, just because you picked me doesn't mean I'm going to slobber all over you like a dog, understand? Well, of course, you've still got a lot to prove to me. I want to believe that our connection is real, but I've been hurt before, literally, with a katana. A katana that I now wield in spectral form. You feel me? Because you will feel me if you try any of that macho trapper crap. Don't worry, I'm not. Yeah, I feel you. Before you ask Claudette and Dwight to clarify, I'll just let you know that yes, it is too late to change your answer now. Has this morose match achievement unlocked? Alright, so yeah, we definitely gonna hook up with Spirit at this point. At least I hope so. You and Spirit arrive at the coast, overlooking the Black Lighthouse. It's old and decrepit, but still impressive. There's something magnetic about it. You can see why Spirit would be drawn to such a place. You look Spirit up and down and notice that she's wearing all black, just like the lighthouse. She's been wearing all this all throughout this entire time, narrator, but thanks for pointing it out. Noticing a bit of a theme. Is black your favorite color? Black isn't really a color at all. It's the absence of color. It's a void. Like a black hole. A place that swallows light. A dying star. Damn, now that's dark. You're confident that Spirit will vibe with this, but Spirit doesn't really care for science fiction. Not the type with spaceships and lasers, anyhow. She's much more into the type of strange adventures that kick off right here on Earth. Earth is that where we are, you wonder? The lapping waves on the shore of the coast set a romantic tone. The fog that surrounds Spirit everywhere she goes blends perfectly with the mist rolling up around the rocky shoreline. Did I say store? Store? I did. She's at one with this place, and so are you. The peace doesn't last too long, however, as the lighthouse lets out an eerie howl, like a monster dying. A spiraling black light stretches out across the sky. Spirit has to yell at you just to be heard. Oh yeah, it does that! The light and sound recede and the two of you sit in silence. Spirit lays a towel down and then pats on it gently. Clearly she wants your company, so you oblige. When you do, she takes out some sunscreen and hands it to you. You're not exactly sure what to do. Is this an invitation to get in a little hands-on action? What else could it be? Thanks. Now we're talking. No thanks. How's thanks? Thanks. I forgot to bring my own when I lost my memory and fell into the ocean. No problem. I figured as much. Spirit turns away while you slather the lotion all over your body. You need any help reaching those difficult spots? Yeah, now we're talking. You see a hand float around your back. Sure, why not? Oh. Let's just say sure, why not? Sure, why not? Spirit's hand on your back is ice cold, but she has a soft touch. When she's done, she takes care of herself. You watch a Spirit apply sunscreen to herself in the most unique way, by floating her own hand around her back to spread it on. Comment on her floating hand's ability. Say nothing. Ask about the shards of glass sticking out of her. I'm not gonna ask her that. I guess I could comment. I hope I don't say anything weird and negative. The fact that your hands just float around like you like that, you can reach things way easier than I can. It's almost like you're some kind of superhero. I'm glad you get a kick out of it, but floating severed limbs isn't exactly the type of superpower you think to wish for as a kid. I'd much rather be able to read minds. Maybe then I'd understand why some people act the way they do. Tell her you're actually jealous. Apologize. I don't want to say like I'm jealous and then make it worse. I'll just apologize. I'm truly sorry. I clearly hadn't thought through what your experience was like. Sometimes humor is how you deal with uncomfortable situations, but clearly you read the room wrong. I was just thinking about what you must have gone through to end up like that. It had to have been horrible. It was worse than death. At least death ends, eventually. But I wouldn't want to forget. It literally made me who I am right now. Truth is, I could pull all of these bits of glass that are stuck in my flesh out right now, if I wanted to, but I don't want to. Each shard is a reminder of what my father did to me, and what the world did to him. That's why I refuse to play the universe's game. I hate the idea that I'll be forced to succumb to pressure the way he did in the end. The way that fear and anger filled him up, and then came bursting out. The way his misery flooded our home and drowned us all. Yeesh. It's hard not to think about revenge. The dragon inside me, it's doing to me what the world did to him. I have to fight it. Even though it gives me strength, I must maintain control. You're stronger than he ever was, I'm sure of it. I appreciate that, Zeno. She appreciates it. I suppose a little help isn't a bad thing. In life, in love. This world is a lot to endure alone. Maybe I could use a little assistance reaching my delicate toes for a bit of lotion. Oh! You know, having your body contorted into these vengeful poses, it really does a number on my joints. It rubs the lotion on its skin. Repeat the instruction. Just ready. I'm touching her tootsies. Perfect. Oops. Not bad. My bad. Fuck. I don't do good with the fast. Okay, that's not bad. Well, I suppose that the lotion made it to where it was supposed to be going eventually. Was I just spurting lotion all over? Oh my god. And you weren't too incredibly wasteful. I'm not a woman who believes in rushing through things just to get them done. If there's a next time, I'm sure you'll do even better. You look up at the lighthouse, its ominous dark form hovering above this moment between Spirit and yourself. Foot fetish engaged. Oh, you know the foot fetish folks really love that. Evil as it clearly is. In this case, it does you a solid by blurting out another ominous moan and bursts of black light that rescues you from this awkward silence. From seemingly out of nowhere, an ancient-looking ship appears in the water. It glows, itself a thing of death, a spirit of a ship that once sailed these seas centuries ago. A tattered black flag whips in the ocean above ocean air, above the ship as it careens towards the shore. Before crashing on the rocks, it must have been drawn in by the lighthouse. You hear the distant shouting of sailors as the old wooden ghost ship breaks up and sinks into the water. Oh right, it does that sometimes too. Should we, do something? Nah, the sharks will take care of it. Within a minute, the ocean is quiet again except for the waves. Note to self, hungry sharks. For these time-traveling pirates, or whoever they were, you're half sure you saw one of those skull and crossbone flags. Aren't the only ones drawn here today. It's Wraith! He's emerged from the palm trees behind you. I didn't come here to break up your date or something. I came here for that. Wraith points to the lighthouse. It is indifferent to his attention. I've been seeing it in my dreams, shining its strange light on me. I can't avoid it through woods and walls. Nothing seems to stop it from reaching out to me. Duh, it's a haunted lighthouse. It does it to everyone at some point. You're no more special than me. Those dead pirates or that mermaid I saw wash up on shore that one time. You? Mermaids, by the way, aren't even close to as beautiful in person as they are in movies. More sea witch than underwater princess, if you get my drift. It's all part of that vast conspiracy. An epic river of lies that runs beneath the island or something. I'm pretty sure I figured it out. The basics anyhow. If you come with me, you can get cut! Spirit waves her katana, nearly trimming a couple buttons off of Wraith's tropical top. He takes the hint and backs away a few steps slowly. For the quiet guy, he never really shuts up. Okay, be that way. You'll see. Alone at last, tension broken, deathly moans quiet, and Wraith vanished back to wherever he hangs out. You scooch closer to Spirit, breathing in the damp, foggy air that seems to emanate from her. It's not quite clear how that whole fog thing works, but you don't even care. You're feeling this moment. Spirit seems to be feeling it too. She starts to adjust her robe, and you get a peek at the bathing suit beneath. For someone who seems intent on proving how little she cares about everyone thinks, she put a lot of work into getting into that suit. It's got straps for days. However, you're focused on what's happening with Spirit. You don't see the next interruption coming. And Claudette and Dwight burst in on you and interrupted whatever you were doing. It doesn't seem like they were worried they'd bump into much. We're here to make a very dramatic announcement. Well, technically, we're here to invite you to join us back at the beach, where we'll be making a very dramatic announcement. It's hard being the producers and the host. Aren't survivors supposed to work in groups of 4? I was trying to see if my dog was still next to me, and she's blending in with the pillow that she's laying on. She's knocked out. When you arrive at the beach, you realize you were set up. Despite promising an announcement, Dwight and Claudette simply stands quietly. This isn't at all what was promised. Wait a minute. There's no announcement here. But there is a me. You got mud in your ears, friend? I told you to get lost. Don't you see? Lost is what I am. And so are you. But I know the way out. I've got a map back in my secret lair. Literally and figuratively. Yeah, I know the difference. That's why you should ditch Spirit and come spend the rest of the night with me instead. You got a secret lair? Damn it. Who said anything about a secret lair? I said I've got a sap in my secret hair. There's a flap on my secret chair. Don't change the subject. Don't ask me what he's talking about. You're trying to make a mess of the first nice day I've had in I don't know how long, because it's not even clear what year it is, but in a while. I'm not about to be ditched for the likes of you. It's not me messing things up. Like I keep trying to tell you, it's this dang island. I've come to accept the difficult truth. What's happening here? Well, I'm convinced that it's our fate. It's not anyone's decision. It's simply the way it will be. There's no use fighting it. What would you even know about fighting? All you know is hiding in your spooky little secret hair and crying like a baby while ringing your little bell. So don't tell me what I can and can't fight back against. I was born a fighter. A dragon lives inside me. I can't not fight, even when all I might want to do is hide. Don't you see this giant hat? It's a metaphor. If I do have a fate, my fate is to win every fight that comes my way. Got it? Folks? Oh, you hide. I've seen you hide. You do your phase walking routine. What do you call that? It's basically cloaking. But we all know that cloaking is a type of hiding. Folks? You cloak? I don't cloak. I'm not a cloaker. I phase walk out into the open. You just can't see me. You have no idea what they're talking about, but this sure sounds like some video game community forum thread minutia. And if there were ever such a thing, not that you know about that either. Sure doesn't seem like Dwight and Claudette are going to stop this, so it's on you. I think I was brought here to make this choice, so I'm going to do that now. And I choose. I'm still going to stick with Spirit. Sorry, Wraith, another time. When it comes down to it, neither of these two seems... Secret Lair seems very interesting, but not right now. I'm trying to get some smooches. Neither of these two seems easy to love. I mean, damn, Spirit literally has broken glass shards sticking out of her, but she has a certain charm to her glow. Spirit and I were actually having a nice time. Besides, if it's my fate to end up on this island, well, to hell with fate, really. And don't take this the wrong way, Wraith, but the amount of awkwardness you pack into a single day, wow, okay, uncalled for. I would have never said that. No wonder... No wonder you're so skinny. All that second guessing yourself must burn a lot of calories. I'm an asshole. No offense taken. It's... Yeah, okay, it's true. I can be a little awkward, I guess, sometimes. Right, so I'm gonna stick with Spirit. Spirit breathes a sigh of relief. I've got enough revenging to do without having to kill you and Wraith too. Wow, that was hard. Spirit walks you around a corner to show you something that she discovered in this place and knew was... and my voice keeps going, squeaking. And knew what was meant to be connected with her journey. A cherry tree. It is just a small sapling, but it has begun to sprout flowers. It doesn't make sense to see a cherry tree here in this place. It also doesn't make sense to see a ghost in a black bathing suit, so you just accept it. As Spirit steps up to the tree, a cold breeze pulls some petals off, and they come cascading through the air around the both of you. Do you know the meaning of the cherry blossom? They're beautiful, but also quite symbolic. Of course, like all good symbols, their meaning is pretty complicated. What do they mean to you? For many people, being among cherry blossoms is like being at a celebration of life. For people travel great distances just to be near the rival beauty. However, as beautiful as they might be, they aren't magical. They're simply flowers. They quickly die and fade, and for this reason, they're also a symbol of the fleeting nature of life, of our fragile mortality. In a way, it's the specter of looming death that calls attention to this special moment to see and appreciate life. How does that duality make you feel, Zeno? Empowered, frustrated, unsure. I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't care. I don't care. I'll just say empowered. The knowledge that life and death are a cycle has always given me peace. Accepting the fleeting nature of life, like the beauty of a flower in bloom, allows me to appreciate the moment without being too hung up on what comes next. As you explain, Spirit's face begins to look sad to you. You're not sure why. It's not the happiest topic, life and death, but why should that matter? And then it dawns on you. Spirit has been trapped in this ghastly state of death with no hope to cycle back. No rebirth, her moment of blossoming life long gone. That scary time of death and decay that comes after the good part. That's Spirit's eternity. I feel like an idiot. I wasn't talking about you. I wasn't even thinking about you. You just answered from the heart. I can't let that bother me. Our priorities are not the same. I have my mission. Once the fallen cherry blossoms represented the souls of samurai warriors, those of noble characters, those who did not fear death, those who were killed in the greatest sacrifice, to honor their emperor. Their lives were short, but their purpose gave them beauty. Those warriors saw death coming, but they never despaired. They stood and faced it. They held their swords and struck down their fear. But despite the samurai spirit that lives on in me, in my noble bloodline, my life has ended, but my death continues to stretch on. The cycle is frozen. This cherry tree, it's not real. Though its petals fall, they soon replenish. It's as if it was installed here by someone. You watch as Spirit chooses her words very carefully. By something with no respect for the balance of life and death. We're sorry to interrupt. You know we don't believe you, right? Yep. But this time we've got a really good reason. And it has nothing to do with us being manipulated by an unseen force. I'm starting to get tongue-tied. Because that's definitely not happening. Nobody accused you of that, but okay. We're just here to tell you that it's time for dinner, silly. Get it while it's hot. I guess it's time to go or whatever. Thanks for spending some time with me today. I enjoyed it. Me too. I did. What a fun day you've been having. I can see it written all over your face. You're shining. And that's just not the remaining anxious sweat from spending an afternoon courting a psycho killer. No, you are really feeling this whole romantic experience. Don't worry, I'll keep your dirty little secrets. But enough gentle ribbing, it's time to get back to business. All the appetizing singles have arrived for dinner, including Trickster. Wraith is here too. Can you even hook up with Trickster? He's like never an option. We're not going to do the gag where we cram them all on the screen at the same time again, so just believe me, they're all here, and they're just as sexy and demented as you remember them. With your love on the line, everyone is being very careful not to offend you by saying the wrong thing. Congrats, by the way, on getting this far. I'm as surprised as you are that these four are falling for you. No, not because of your personality, but because you just met them yesterday. However, since Wraith seems like the biggest long shot to end up holding onto your heart, he throws caution to the wind and speaks up. It's a pretty small consolation prize for being the least loved killer on Murder's Island, but hey, let them have this moment in the spotlight. Is the least we can do, and heaven knows they won't do any better than that. I'm sick of watching everyone else gorge themselves while I'm preoccupied with, trying to get to the bottom of this never-ending nightmare. So tonight, none of that. I'm not really hungry anyway, so I say we just do a simple salad or something. The green kind, not the mayo kind. Mayo's gross. I 100% agree. Mayo is fucking gross. Nah. I'm fine with just lettuce. It doesn't have to be fancy. Not iceberg though. It has no nutritional value. I also agree. Letting Wraith choose was a mistake. That's on all of us. Dinner will be served shortly, but certain Howard Brokers would like to know about your day. Would you like to share your day with the rest of the group? You've had an interesting day, that's for sure. But how will you describe it to the others? Say too much or too little and it could affect your standing with the group. Okay, but don't just sit there saying nothing. Nothing is not an option. Be coy, gush about your date. Like, with mayonnaise, for me, it has to be like a very, very thin layer of mayonnaise. Very thin layer of it. I should hardly be able to taste it. I just, or even like if I have like tuna or chicken mixed up with mayonnaise, I normally put a lot more mustard in it just so I can hardly taste the mayonnaise. I just have it to moisten whatever I'm gonna eat. I can't stand the smell. I can't stand the taste. I can't stand the way it looks. I want nothing to do with it for the most part. Be coy or gush about your date. I can't. Wait, that I just picking because I know people who do that. I'll gush about my date. Sure, why not? I wish you all could get to meet the real Spirit. She has a beautiful soft side, and you all get to see it if you were a bit nicer to her. Spirit looks totally horrified. I promise she doesn't want people paying her any more attention. I didn't mean to make her uncomfortable. I was just trying to say I had fun. I thought that was, why is this like Mass Effect? You choose something thinking that this is how you're gonna answer, and you say something completely different that just makes the situation more awkward or just stupidly annoying for some of the characters. I just wanted to say, I gushed about my day saying, I had so much fun. That was so much fun. Thank you, Spirit. She's trying to do her own thing, not fit into this killer club. Seriously? Did you listen to a single thing I said today? It seems clear to me that you did not. Dwight and Claudette bring out dinner. Everyone eats in silence. No one trusts anyone now, and they're all very tired. Oh wait, no, sorry. That's a dreary supernatural horror thriller set in Antarctica, not a charming parody dating sim set in an undisclosed tropical paradise. Bon appetit. Don't you mean bone? No, almost everything we serve has a lot of bones in it, even the vegetables. Impossible to avoid on this island. Everyone eats without speaking. Tensions are rising, both of the sexual and deadly variety. When everyone finishes, Dwight and Claudette come back to clean up the table. They linger around you as they pick up your plate, take your napkin, and dust crumbs off the table. What would you like to say to the servants? I could ignore them, but I'll say thanks. Your top-notch service is much appreciated. Everyone, if you would please be so kind as to follow us to the fire pit, we'd greatly appreciate it. We've been told something big is going to happen, something that would change everything. You can go willingly, or you can go unwillingly. You have no choice. Tough cookies. Did you have a choice on how you said that, dweeb? Yes, and I immediately regret how I did. Good. Something needs to change around here. Fire's rebirth. Fire illuminates the soul. I hope the fire isn't too smoky. Smoke hurts my eyes. I have pretty sensitive eyes. I'm also horribly afraid of it. The fire, I mean, not my eyes. Because of childhood trauma involving fire. And finally, everyone starts moving to the fire pit. If only to get away from Wraith's complaining. I feel bad for Wraith. You take a seat on a comfortable log, feeling the fire's heat against your skin, and wait for the other killers to take their places, wondering who will want to tell a story this time. Will narrator tell a story? I bet they've got a stunningly creative mind. Hey, you think, are they allowed to simply place thoughts in my head like this? Doesn't seem fair. Everyone makes their way in, but something unexpected happens. Nothing. Nothing happens. Something almost always seems to be happening here, so nothing is probably not a great sign. Oh cool, and now everyone is here looking at you. So, you know, do something. Should I pick someone to tell a story, or we could play charades? Boggle? Well, we were actually thinking, why don't you tell us a story? Wraith points his spine or skull staff thingamajig at you. You duck out of its way. Who knows what that thing can do? Probably shoots lasers. Try not to bore us. We're just very interested in you. Don't speak for me, Huntress. Now you can't tell if you're warm from the fire or if it's your nerves heating up. I know that the fire is right here, but maybe if we stop talking about it all the time, we could start to pretend it's not here and doesn't, you know, threaten to burn us all alive. He's not supposed to hear me. Get out of here, Wraith. Tina was about to make an important decision about telling a story or not. Fine, I'll tell a story. I'm not the stories. Yeah, sure. I want to see what type of story we'll tell. Sure, I'm game to tell a story. I hope it's a mystery. Okay. So what type of story do you want to tell? Romance, adventure, action. I want action. Here's an action-packed yarn for you lot. The time I got into a bar fight. The group is interested. They lean in. I'm all ears, and I'm not talking about the bucket of them I have on my boat. You crack open a beer by smashing the bottle cap off the nearest rock before starting. Okay. I'm at the local watering hole, powering up with my regular 12 beers before I slay the pool table. Slay is good. Steely Dan blasts from the jukebox. Bartender's tip jar is filled to the brim. I pound the final pint and smash the glass on the counter as I demand shots for the entire joint. Patrons cheer for me. I am the god. Suddenly, I hear the telltale revving of engines outside. Motorcycles. Saloon doors swing open. Wait, it's a saloon now? And in walks in my arch nemesis, Big Slim, the giant of North Toledo. He sounds sexy. Thought I smelled something acrid from Akron when I hopped off the hog, Slim says with a sneer. I get up from my stool, the gal behind me rubbing my shoulders, revving me up for the inevitable fight. Long way from home, aren't we, Slim? Where are the fine people of Elm Street? Wait, Nightmare on Elm Street? Anyways, people of Elm Street gonna do without someone to sell them someone's secondhand cufflinks tonight? I taunt him. He strokes his oily beard. This story has a lot of specific geographic references in it. I have a perfectly good job at the pawn shop. Why are you coming at me like that? Slim yells. That's fair, I scream back. Why do we even hate each other? I can't even remember. Something about me cutting you off in traffic, but it was a misunderstanding? Slim yells. Well then let's hug it out, I say, tears starting to well my eyes. And we made up. What about the bar fight? Oh yeah, we got in a real blowout fight later that night. Really yelled our proverbial heads off, but it was just an argument about whether you should say pop or soda. Come on. I gave up headlining at Coachella for this. Spirit laughs hysterically. Probably laughing at you, but it's a laugh you're ready to accept. That sure was kind of a story, technically. Okay, that was not a very good story. I don't mean to insult you, but it was actually quite bad. Sorry, but this narrator keeps it real. We can't just end it there. So who else would like to hear a story from tonight? You look from killer to killer, trying to decide who might be the most entertaining. We did Spirit last time, so let's do Huntress. Huntress, you seem raring to go. Let's hear from you. Sure thing. My neck of the woods isn't wanting for horrifying mythology. Mother once told me of a story of a young man who was traveling back home after war. Which war? Doesn't matter. I just wanted some backstory details to paint a picture. Sorry, I was looking at Huntress' toes. Her big toe is really like trying to separate from the rest of the group. Sorry. I'll paint you a picture if you want. The man was lost and running out of food rations. He stopped to rest for the night underneath a majestic birch tree. Whoa, my brain, I was fucking buffering there for a second. That's when he saw the women. The women, naked, skin glistening in the twilight glow. Ha, I'm invested. They sang a haunting melody as they made their way downhill towards the inviting lake. Enchanted by the music, the young man followed the parade of beautiful women until they stopped in the clearing next to the water. They turned to him and smiled. One woman with long red hair stepped forward and reached for his hand. The others began to play music. Flutes, lutes, tambourines, the melody was intoxicating. The man's feet began to move beneath him. He was dancing, moved by the magical music of these mysterious women. Twilight darkened into night, and the man grew weary. And when he tried to still his moving feet, he found that he could not. "Help! I cannot stop dancing," he cried to the nearest woman, a slender woman with green hair. She drew near to him, and he saw her features distort into something horrific. She was bloated, an eye hanging from one socket, skin the color of algae, a Russalka, her true self. "You'll never stop dancing," she screeched. "My sisters and I were drowned in this lake by men of your regiment. Consider this your punishment." The man cried out, "But it wasn't me!" "Someone must pay," the Russalka said, her voice filled with briny malice. And so the man danced and danced until his bones broke and his heart gave out, the dance of death. A silent beat passes as everyone takes in this macabre ending. But it's not all bad. Russalkas are also fertility goddesses. If a lady had stumbled across them, she would have been blessed with a fruitful womb, and probably some candy for the road. Damn, she really think that's a happy ending? I wonder what Huntress is having. How is story time? A lot of people like to take pot shots at sequels, but I think every good story deserves a follow-up. When you think it's the end, the sequel is almost never as rewarding as the original. That's why I'm much more of a fan of the episodic style of storytelling. Knowing it's a series takes a lot of pressure off of an individual installment and builds a greater sense of community between audience and creator. Tell me, Zeno, if you could delete any sequel from existence, what would it be? Don't answer that. We don't actually care. We're just here to make sure that we seamlessly move on to the next segment of the evening. God forbid my small talk get in the way of any romantic Twilight moment. Twilight, I'm gonna need you to shut your yap trap. You know that we need to get back to that thing we do whenever we're not on screen. Okay, you have fun tonight and try not to wink wink end up dead. Why did you say the words wink wink out loud, and what kind of double entendre are you getting at with the end up dead thing? Dwight is physically incapable of winking. Not since the accident. You do know that all of these people are despicable criminals with double-digit kill counts, right? Well, except for Spirit. She doesn't really belong here. She's strictly a victim, not a perpetrator. No wonder she's pissed. Did I hear somebody trash talking Spirit? Deal me in. What do you say we take this talk to the hot tub so I can soak this bod while I roast that ghost some killer hot takes? Please, enough talk about burns, things that are lit or getting blazed. It's enough that these activities have to be set next to a literal fire. Must I be surrounded by figures of flames as well? What if we turned and ran as far away from this place as we could? Just you and me. On those spindly legs, you'd probably tire before you got too far. If it's running away to someplace more secluded Zeno is after, they should obviously join me. Have you seen these legs? Pure power. Not that my walk speed really affects my giant stature, but that's because I choose to move slowly for stealthy reasons. It's my own choice and it's completely logical. Why is everyone so obsessed with comparing themselves to each other and creating drama? I'm so over that. Don't you get it? Society wants to trick you into fighting with each other so that corporations can swoop in and sell you fake solutions to all your fabricated problems. I'll be sitting in the shade and drinking something locally sourced while thumbing through a public domain novella printed on recycled paper because I refuse to play their game anymore. It's like she's actively trying to be as unappealing as possible. Does it really turn anyone else on or just me? Despite Trapper's insatiable appetite, it seems his attention, along with the attention of everyone else, is still on you, for the moment. If you could, I don't know, just pick one of us, maybe we could all move on with our lives, or, some special projects we might have going on. You heard him. Who would it be? Who would you head off with for an evening activity? I'm still trying to hook up with Spirit. I'm just putting it out there. I'm just saying, you may not get a ton of chances to date around like this before your time on Murderous Island comes to a close. And no, I'm not satisfied with that name either. But with this streaming reality TV dating show boom happening, it's pretty much all that was taken. Which killer will you pick? And yes, we're back to excluding Trickster because, ugh, that guy. Alright. I know I just said I'm still trying to hook up with Spirit, but I don't know if I'm ever gonna pick Trapper. He's just not doing it for me. I really do want to see this secret thing with Wraith. Come on, bro. I have to hold my breath sometimes. I'm gonna try Huntress this time, though. Huntress? You know, I had the feeling you'd pick me. You've got good taste. And I don't just say that because I'm considering eating you. In what way? Huntress licks her lips as she eyes you up and down. You've never felt like a literal piece of meat this much in your life before. What have you gotten yourself into? Let's go over to the bar. I'm gonna make you something special. Or she says she's gonna make me into something special. You and Huntress whisk yourselves away to the bar, and when you arrive, you find an arrangement of arts and craft supplies? And are those taxidermy tools? Cool. Are you freaking out? I'm not freaking out. You wonder what's going through Huntress's head. Though she's bubbly and enthusiastic, you're always terrified she might snap. Something on your mind? She smiles. Drink this. Yo, that actually looks really good. Huntress hands you a seemingly normal tropical cocktail. If one were to drug you into some sort of state in which you could be operated on, these flavors would certainly hide the poison. You look around and consider what else there is to live for besides becoming Huntress's little toy, and the conclusion is bombs away. You pound the drink. It's quite nice. I've been thinking about making you a present, a mask. Would you be into that? Yeah, sure. Yes, of course. I've always admired yours. What would you like? Rabbit mask, anglerfish mask, fluffy cat mask. I could be a cat, but I like bun buns. I really like bun buns. I want to be like her. I wonder how she'll feel about that. A rabbit mask. One just like yours, please. Well, that's not very creative, is it? Huntress is annoyed, but then her face lights up. Oh, wait. This is brilliant. We can use this as a tactical advantage. Like there's two of us. We can attack from both sides. Yes, that's exactly what I was thinking. Well, I know what I'm going to be working on tonight. All alone in my skimpy pajamas. Huntress winks at you. Should we just like get out of here? This deserves a celebration. Okay. Should we just get out of here? These drinks are making me pretty sleepy. Should we just like get out of here? Maybe go get directly into your bed? I didn't do it. No, that's not how tonight goes. I mean, it's not how it's supposed to go. Not yet, at least. You kooky kids. Soon. Huntress, you've got lots of hobbies. Why don't you share something with us that you're passionate about? Something less deadly than throwing axes or chasing survivors? Maybe? Just a thought? Making more masks? Or, wait, making matching gloves? No, you little joker. I'm thinking of a different type of making. Making our victims die fast, medium, or slow deaths, depending on the mood we're in. It's another round of be careful what you wish for on Murderous Island. Dwight, I need your help. Doing something in a different place entirely? You read my mind. Meet you there. I'm talking about mycology. You know mushrooms? I've picked a lot of them, and I'm very familiar with which ones make for a great soup base and which ones make you super dead. I'll show you 2 mushrooms. You point at the one that's safe to eat. I'm not good at this. Okay, that sounds easy enough. I hope this is not like a trick question or something, because this looks safe to eat. But what if this is actually the safe one? I hope it's not a trick. Oops, I fucking knew it. That little fella is an autumn skullcap, and after eating one, if the diarrhea doesn't kill you, the liver failure probably will. Next up, this one's very easy. I'm sure you'll nail it. Point at the one you won't result in almost instant death if you eat it. I had a feeling. Correct. Hey, that's a chanterelle. It sounds fancy and it tastes fancy too. Just a little certain someone I know, I bet. Nom nom nom. Just like a certain someone I know, I bet. You're talking about me? Nom nom nom. Final question. Which will make you jump for joy and which will make you vomit until you die? Wait, she said which one would make you jump for joy and which one will make you vomit until you die? I'm only choosing one. Okay, correct. That's a green cracking russula. Sure, it might look moldy, but I guess you shouldn't judge a mushroom by its gross green crap. Cap. Not everything is exactly as it appears at first glance. That was fun, right? Like flexing a little more than just my biceps for you. Alright, let's see here. Tabulating your answers. Tabulating your answers. I don't know that word. That's a new word to me. Sorry, I'm just dumb. Your answers and... Not great. Not all wrong, but it only takes one poisonous mushroom to put you down for good. Guess you'll just need to keep me around so you don't shove anything deadly in your mouth. Huntress claps her hands giddily. I appreciate you spending time with me tonight. I know the other killers are all very alluring in their own way. It means a lot that you spend time with a forest bumpkin such as myself. You're no bumpkin. I mean, I was sort of forced to. They are hot, aren't they? I'm just gonna say, you're no bumpkin. You're no bumpkin. You're a strong, independent woman. Don't demean yourself. Huntress leaps on you, knife to your throat. I'll demean myself if I want to. Okay, sorry. Demean yourself all you want. She's angry, but also turned on. This is pretty hot. We're here! Claudette and Dwight are gathering everyone together on the beach. Typical. Exactly what the voice said. I'm telling you, and I'm being honest, that you're the only one who can hear me. These characters. The gang's all together, again on the volleyball court. Seems like only yesterday you were sitting on the sidelines watching everyone get sweaty. That's because it was? Oi. Feels like I've been here a lot longer than that, actually. It's so late that the sun is already beginning to rise. Better get this over with quickly so that you can get some beauty rest. I do not recommend the eternal damnation of perpetual narratordom. Good thing you've really used your time well since then. Really getting to know the gang. The brain, the mogul, the basket case, the psychotic bunny girl. You know, the 4 types of people. Anyway, everyone's gathered on the volleyball court for a new type of game. Pitch your dream date and see who Xeno chooses. Who's ready for a round robin? How round are we talking? No, not to eat, Huntress. Each killer gets 2 minutes to tell you all about the dream date they have planned for you tomorrow. In no particular order, which is a weird thing to mention, right? Almost like the order does matter. Wraith, why don't you go first? You look like you'd hate it. Stop talking. Sorry. Anyway, Wraith? Well, no. I'd really prefer to just tell Xeno privately. I don't really know how that's gonna work with these game mechanics. What if you just whispered it to Xeno? Oh. Okay. Wraith considers this for a long moment. Too long. That's fine. Without moving, Wraith lowers his voice to a barely audible whisper. Tomorrow, we have to find my bell. And then, I can finally tell you about what I've been working on. It's gonna be really special. The kind of thing where we will really bond. And maybe finally get off this island. And maybe then we can go on a real date. Oh, he's so precious. You done? Is that it? Wraith nods proud. Trapper, without further ado, would you like to make us all uncomfortable by pushing the boundaries of what's acceptable not only in polite society but within the narratives of this in-world event and also the large meta-narrative of Dead by Daylight dating experience? Sometimes you just gotta say it. Why yes, thank you, I'd love to. So, Zeno, you're thinking of picking me? Well, this is your final warning. Pick me and be punished. And rewarded? Tomorrow will suck. Probably. I'm not an easy guy to get along with, I know that. But I can tell you this much. I'm hiding a secret on this island that will make fans shit themselves of excitement. If you like Trapper, you're gonna love it. And if not, you're a maggot. Also, everyone, even confident sexy ladies in rabbit masks, better stay the hell away from a yacht. Great. Huntress, why don't you take it from here? Tomorrow morning, I'm planning on a nice atmospheric breakfast on the yacht. Don't worry, Trapper won't even know it's gone. What was that? Nothing. Go away. Then, boy, oh boy, I've got such an adventure plan. It involves hunting for treasure. What kind of treasure are we looking for? Guess you have to pick me to find out. Let me tell ya, it's primo stuff. Now, if you don't mind, I've got to start preparing because it's clear already that you're going to pick me. Confident, mysterious, I like it. Bit of spirit. Figuratively. Damn it, Dwight, you gotta watch your words with these people. Tomorrow, you'll spit in the face of God, die, and be reborn anew. That's it? If you're not intrigued by that, I don't want you. Go draw crayon art with Trapper or dig up whatever mysteries with Wraith. I don't know what those guys do all day. Do you want to at least specify which god you'll be spitting in the face of? All of them. Okay then, so hydrate tonight if you intend to hang with Spirit. And time's up, everyone. Gosh, you'll need to dream out these options so you're ready to choose in the morning. You already know how I'm choosing. Now go dream about all these swoon-worthy options so you're ready to make a choice come dawn. Have a swell night. Did you two forget to mention something? Oh gosh, how could we forget? Before you run off to slumber peacefully, there's one more thing to do. No reality survival dating competition parody will be complete without singling out one of your contestants who's already teetering on the edge of a psychological break and giving them a little push. Oh, hold up. This has been a survival dating competition parody this entire time and I'm just now finding out about it? Come on, the signs were there. You just didn't read them. Welcome to Murderer's Island. It's now time to eliminate one. Oh, really? Wait, are we gonna be like eliminating them one by one? To eliminate one of the killers. Oof, that's like butchering, but it hurts even worse. You can't kill a killer, but you can break their heart? Do you dare even try? You mean, that's right. Tomorrow one of these sexy slicers will not be eligible to take you on a date. Who's it gonna be? Why? Because it's dramatic? Because it's surprising? Because it's a classic reversal of fate? And it would hurt someone's feelings? Someone dangerous? What's it gonna be, champ? What's your thought process here? Trapper seems like he might throttle you in your sleep if you eliminate him. That being said, at least you see him coming. Spirit could be anywhere. She floats, and I hear she can disappear. Hard to track. Ugh, if you get rid of Wraith, he might cry. And although I totally support normalizing men crying and being vulnerable, it just seems like he might be an ugly crier. Huntress? She might pretend to be okay with it, but then you start seeing her behind every tree. What I'm trying to say is, I don't envy you, boss. So which sociopath are you eliminating? Oh. I guess I'll do Trapper because y'all already know since like the beginning. I've kind of not been feeling him. So I'll go with Trapper. What we do after that, I don't know. But let's just get rid of the guy. See a Trapper achievement unlocked. This was very simple. Trapper, you scared the living shit out of me. You're eliminated. That's fair. Honestly though, I don't care. You suck. But not in a good way. You bore me with your personality-free maggot. It wouldn't even be fun to kill you. which I was totally going to do tomorrow the first chance I got. So really, this is a win-win for both of us. Still might kill you though, out of principle for eliminating me. Sleep with both eyes open, and have fun on your little date tomorrow. Now that you've broken the heart of someone heartless, you should get some shut-eye. How can I? He's gonna try to kill me in my sleep. And don't worry too much about the broken heart you've left behind. Because of course, they'll be receiving a consolation prize. They may not go home with Zeno when this is all over, but they'll never sleep alone again. That's right, we're sending our eliminated player home with... I want that. I want that pillow for myself, okay? Yo, behavior. If you actually make this pillow, I will buy it. Their own mostly new trickster body pillow. The next best thing next to the real trickster. It might not hug you back, but it definitely won't try and stab you. And how do we know? Because I've tried it. That's right. It's Dwight tested. NSFW content. Claudette approved. I hope you sleep well tonight, Zeno. You're my hero for what you've accomplished. How can you sleep tonight knowing what you've done? No, not because of the guilt. I mean, knowing that there's a legit homicidal maniac who hates you so close by. How can you sleep tonight knowing what you'll do tomorrow? I don't know how you'll do it, but you better go before Dwight and Claudette come back and put you to sleep themselves. You know those two schedule. Wow, what a crazy way to end the day. An elimination? I didn't even know it was that kind of a game. Let's check in with everyone, especially with our loser. Everyone deserves a send-off. We'll see how things go tomorrow, I suppose. I'm not expecting anything. I tend to shut my mind off during hard times. I know I seem all excited and devil may care, but the truth is, I'm really a pessimist at heart. That tends to happen when your mother is cured by an elk when you were young. Yeah, how'd you know? Well, guess it's also the only thing you talk about. If you'll excuse me, I think I saw a raccoon over in that tree and I'm feeling peckish. I don't really know what's happening here. I honestly haven't been paying attention. Oh, Zeno? Sorry, I forgot. I'm focusing on other things, more important things. One way or another, I won't be here for much longer. I don't handle rejection well. At least I don't think I do. No one has ever been dumb enough to reject me before. Don't turn into a yandere or all of a sudden. I would not appreciate that. Yeah, the more I think about it, the angrier I'm getting. And I'm a giant rage monster, so everyone in this room should be scared right now. Turn the camera off. Did I think there was a chance I might get eliminated? Yeah, I did. Did I care if I got eliminated? Not even a little. Does the volume of words I spend talking about how much I don't care about things signify a deeper yearning within me to be seen, heard, and validated by those around me? Nah. What? No, you're not a part of this. You don't get a confessional. It's cool, man. I'm not a part of anything, you feel me? I'm not a cog in anyone's machine. I'm my own machine. This whole thing is pretty cute, though. Charmingly low budget, old school marketing vibes. Not gonna lie, kinda wish I wasn't so busy right now. I'd definitely be down with a reality show style dating competition with survival elements. But I got my new album, upcoming tour, finalizing the new sneaker line, producing a limited series on my life, starting a new social media NFT. Ew. Alright, he's turning me off. He's turning me off. Trickster's turning me off. He's starting a new social media NFT crypto app. And doing these private gigs over on IP Island. My dudes, you gotta come check it out. IP Island, it's dope. It's where the real killers are hanging out. Fully licensed, no legal drama. Lawyers, take a hike. I'm gonna tell everyone that Trickster said that about them, don't worry. I'm talking your favorite established characters from all over the pop culture that can't be seen on the island. Hell, you probably can't even mention them, like Ghostface is on the island. I like Ghostface. Ghostface is cute. With the mask on. I like Ghostface with the mask on. It's fucking cute. Don't you say it. Look, we get it. You're very popular and in demand, but we have a game to get back to, and I don't want to get sued. Ghostface. come on. Whatever. I don't even care. I'm the trickster. See you around, Xeno. You too, narrator. I have a name, you know. You do? Yes. Seriously. They do not pay me enough to deal with you people. Is it my turn? What? No, no, it is not your turn. You're sentient water. How are you even sitting in that chair? What's a chair? It's the thing, you're getting all wet. Now it's gonna smell like mildew. Okay, rude. Fine, let's just get this over with. It's your turn, Ocean. Do your check-in. Check-in? I was just looking for the bathroom. Bathroom? Are you serious? It's down the hall to the left. It's okay. Never mind. Never mind? What does that mean? No, not you two. This wasn't meant to be a confessional time for literally every character in this game. It's okay. We don't have to confess anything. We've just been working our asses off for 2 days straight and wanted to sit down somewhere. This chair is wet. Yeah, I think the Ocean just peed on it. How is that You know what? I don't care. You two are looking pretty pleased with yourselves. I got something to confess. Oh great, what's it gonna be? You ate glue in the 2nd grade? You cheated on the algebra test once? Watching Trapper get eliminated was the first time in this unending spiral staircase of pain that is my life that I felt even a modicum of joy. Every minute that I'm alive is a nightmare. This place, the sun, these sweet sugary drinks, it sounds fun for a long weekend, but for an eternity? The unrelenting rhythm of crashing waves and wailing seagulls is like a crescendoing song of evil that makes me question the very foundation of the universe. Why am I here? Why are any of us here? What kind of sentient being would do this? Please erase me from this existence. Make it so I was never born. Pull the plug on this experiment and let my soul be free. And please, please get me out of this polo shirt. Okay, let's get you to bed, buddy. When you're done, please bring me a cup of ice. Yes, ma'am. I don't want to go to bed. Going to bed means eventually I have to wake up. Yikes, huh? That was a weird way to end it. Thank you for the beaties, mama. Well, what are you gonna do? You let the camera roll long enough, someone is bound to say something crazy. Anyway, wait, what achievement? 2 days in paradise achievement unlocked. Noise. Ooh. Eee. Oh. Anyway, seems like everyone's had their shot to annoy me tonight, so hit the hay and get some rest. Tomorrow's gonna be a doozy. Why am I not allowed to have a confessional time? Soft sunlight warms your skin, nudging you awake. Also, why are we sleeping on the beach? Isn't there like a place we can all sleep? I mean, Trapper probably has his yacht. Good for him, I guess. Soft sunlight warms your skin, nudging you awake. Also, you're using a killer crab as a pillow, which is sort of okay with. It's sort of okay with. What's that? You don't know about the killer crabs? Oh, right. You didn't do that hunch estate. You really missed out. It was thrilling. Or I guess it would have been. You'll have to play the game again to get that reference, I suppose. I guess so. You pull on your beach attire and splash water in your face. Dwight and Claudette approach. It's that look on their faces: excitement? Terror? You notice your stomach flutters with butterflies. Someone's in love. Or you've been infected with zombie butterflies in your sleep. This happened here before, but it's probably the love thing. It's time. Claudette gestures over to the beach where the killers all stand flanked by says tiki torches. I know it does, but I was about to say titty torches. It's a scene very reminiscent of a TV show you used to hate watch with your ex. Suddenly the message is clear. You're going to declare your affections for a killer in front of several other killers. Hey, is the trickster supposed to be here? We paid him good money to make some half-assed cameos in this show. I'm going to chew his agent out. But before they walked you over for your big moment, don't think we haven't noticed how kind you've been to us, Xeno. It can't be easy, being thrown onto a mysterious island for seemingly no real reason, surrounded by terrifying killers, trying to manage your most primal impulses. Murder and making out. And you've kept a cool head and treated us, your friendly island host, with dignity and respect. So don't tell anyone we told you this, but... Claudette and Dwight look around conspiratorially. Just a little hint for you going forward. Don't try to go all the way with a killer who isn't into you. Relationships are a two-way street. If you don't have a green light in the other direction, you might end up in the friend zone. So you're trying to tell me that because I didn't hang out with Spirit enough, I have a chance of being rejected? Cool. Cool. The friend zone? That doesn't sound bad. Where do you think you are exactly? Dead by Daylight doesn't do friends. There are killers and there are survivors, and I'm afraid we can't say more. Okay, so who's into me? Claudette and Dwight look around conspiratorially again. Well, I've never seen Spirit open up to anyone like she has opened up to you. I've seen her open up the insides of plenty of people, but thankfully for you and for us, that's in a different type of game. So are you ready? Of course you're not. Too bad. We're on a schedule. You make your way over to the row of hotties. Claudette and Dwight stand off to the side, hands behind their backs. It's been quite the 48 hours. There are clearly sparks in the air. I'm not just talking about this rusty chainsaw, though I do recommend staying away from those sparks. It's time for our newcomer to confess their love. Wait, I have to do a drum roll for this. No, you don't. But who cares? Zeno, who do you choose for your solo date? Can we at least do the flower thing? Dwight, I thought we agreed to keep that between us. No, not that flower thing. The thing where the suitor gets a flower as a symbol of the contestant's love and affection. Oh, right. I suppose, but no roses. They're such a cliche at this point. Well, that's good, because I tried to pick a rose, but I get an ouchie, so I settle for these. That's pretty. Beautiful. You've done good, Dwight. This is a lovely bouquet. I hope it's not poisonous or gives me allergies. I hope Dwight saved some of these for Claudette. They're a thing, right? You're getting that vibe too? Just me? Sorry. You've got other things to think about right now. Zeno, who do you select to receive these flowers and spend a day with you today? Spirit. You approach Spirit, peering below the brim of her impressively large hat and into her haunting eyes. Spirit, since I met you, I've been enchanted by your presence. You've challenged me to be a better person and resisted the urge to show me the sharp end of your katana. For that, I thank you. I'm ready to take our relationship to the next level. And we shall, up to the eye of the dark storm that is our reality, to the lantern room of the Black Lighthouse. It's time to see what you're made of, Zeno. Oh my god, what's she gonna make me do? I thought it might be nice to start the day out on Trapper's Yacht before we head up to the Black Lighthouse. Even if I kind of hate this basic tropical vacation stuff like yachts and snorkeling or whatever, it's good for you to see me in the sun a little bit at least. There's more to me than what you've already gotten to experience. I know that my whole vibe can be a little dark. The hat, the swimsuit, the plume of floating hair. This wasn't always who I was. I was a normal young woman once. Went to school, hung out with friends. I even had a part-time job working at a restaurant in town. And then, well, you know what happened. Your father, he murdered me and I woke as an undead Avenger. That's not what I was getting at. Something else happened to me. I realized I needed to be seen. I don't even know by whom. A lot of time when you think about ghosts, there are these kinds of see-through flickering specters. You imagine reaching out and having your hand go right through them. Ooh, like that sort of thing. Maybe there's some warpy effect of the world around you. I don't know, depends on which movie you're watching. When I died, well, I dare you try and reach your hand through me. Not really. That's not an invitation, it's rhetorical. Why did I end up this way? Who brought me here to this island? Who knows? I sure don't. Got my ideas. But I'm not exactly out there digging around in caves or dusting off antiques and trying to find clues and analyze their meetings. I do want to take this experience seriously, though. I want to give the process a chance. It may be a dumb process, and one that I have extremely little respect for as a person. But you just woke up on this beach with no memory of who you are or where you came from. And rather than freak out and simply try and swim away, you're giving this a chance. I actually didn't know that swimming away is an option. It's not. However, the fact that you never even tried, I think that means you've got courage. Or an open mind. Or, I don't know, maybe you stuck around because you like someone you met here. Maybe. While the two of you were getting all deep and philosophically flirty, The yacht pulled up to the shore next to the Black Lighthouse. Last stop, everybody off. There were other stops? Oh no, none of this trip of your life. Spirit rolls her eyes and leaves for the shore. I'm just messing with ya. This was the only stop. Nobody here is really looking out for fun, for our fun, so we have to make it for ourselves. But no, there are no other stops. Seriously, go. Race you to the poop deck, Dwight. The ship doesn't even have a poop deck. Oh, it will. As you disembark, you see Dwight and Claudette run giggling across the ship. Too bad you can't date those two. They seem like they know how to have a good time. That would have been interesting if you could. You arrive at the beach near the majestic Black Lighthouse. Its imposing form towers above you. A flock of birds circle lazily, no sense of fear or urgency, as they're circling a corpse that hasn't moved in ages. I'm excited about today, you see? Spirit places her wrist delicately in your hand and presses your fingers down against her skin. It's cool to the touch, but you feel... Is that the faintest of pulses? My blood is absolutely pumping. So, what happens now? Now I show you something that no one has ever seen up close before. Well, no one who's had to live to tell about it. We're going there. Spirit points to the top of the lighthouse amongst the circling birds. What's actually up there? Have you seen it? Hey y'all, how's everyone doing today? Hi Wraith. You sure seem chipper today. Something strange is definitely going on with this guy. Well, something else strange. Something different than what's usually going on. Wraith takes a deep breath, sucking in the ocean air like it's the greatest air that has ever been sucked. Zeno, thank you. Thank you for choosing someone, anyone else to go on a date with today. Alone again forever. This is how it was meant to be. I feel alive. Are you done? We're kind of, you know, on that date you just mentioned. I'm glad you're feeling better, Wraith, but like she said, we're in the middle of something. You mind? Oh, right. So what you doing? Head up into the eye of the lighthouse? I love it up there. You can really see the whole island from up there. In fact, Spirit, I thought you said no one has been up there and lived to tell a tale about it. But this sounds exactly like telling about it. Technically, I don't think Wraith counts as being alive. I mean, I don't maintain the canon, but... Spirit waves her arms at Wraith from head to toe. And if he's not dead, now he's gonna be when I punish him for interrupting our date. Hey now, we can solve our problems without our hair floating up into any menacing shapes. I'll just be over here, running away. Enjoy the view! You know, I think Wraith was kidding about the whole being up there. Honestly, the view isn't even on the island. What you can see is mostly ocean, on account of it being, you know, a lighthouse. However, that does bring up an interesting point. Regarding your... how do I say it? Spirit hands floats up as she scratches her head contemplatively. You don't usually see her at a loss for words like this. What's your mortal status? Because despite what our lanky friend seems to think, the lighthouse is not to be trifled with. It's a beacon of death and suffering that brings doom to it from all corners of this world, if not further. Well, duh, you saw a freaking pirate ship seemingly travel through space and time only to crumble at the rocks beneath the spooky tower. But you decide not to point it out because that wouldn't be too romantic now, would it? I think I'm alive? I'm here with you, walking this beach, feeling the water on my feet, feeling the sun on my skin. Here with me, the spirit. Does that really make you alive? I guess I don't know. If you come up with me into the eye of the Black House, you may never return. Is that a risk you're willing to take? Because we have something. I won't deny it. I feel it. I'd hate for you to simply turn to ash. Ish. If we were to commit right here and now to figure this out as friends, we could push that risk off for another time. Just be friends? Ouch. Is this her way of letting you down easy? I don't know if I want that friendship. I want you. That's why I chose you. I can't decide this for you. I can only warn you that it may not be safe. You might die up there, and there's nothing I can do about it. Stay down, live for sure, go up and die. Man, as the youth once said, YOLO. Go up, maybe die. You take a deep breath and think about every particle of sea air as it travels into your body and fills your lungs. It may be the last time you have such a thought, but you feel strangely at peace with that information. I feel like my voice is going away little by little. I don't need another friend. I want something more. I'd risk my life for you. Spirit smiles, a quirky, devilish smile. Right this way. Inside the lighthouse is almost a pitch black. It was seemingly day when you stepped through the door, but inside this place is like a void. The last thing you see, as the final rays of the sun leave you, is a horrible sight. A petrified body laying on the stairs, reaching not up, but down, as if it had been crawling. Watch your step. The things we do for love. Things I do for love. When you arrive in the lantern room at the top of the black lighthouse, you breathe a sigh of relief. The light is out and seemingly defunct. Dust cakes the room as though it hasn't been operated in a century. However, somehow, it was just morning a moment ago, but now it's night? What do you mean a moment ago? We've been standing here looking out over the ocean all day. Really enjoyed the peaceful time together with you, taking in the views, standing in complete silence for hours. It was kind of my perfect date. Really? I don't remember that. I just called it the perfect date and you can't be bothered to remember it? What kind of a game are you playing with me? I want to remember it. It's just that for some reason my mind is completely blank. But hey, I'm not dead. Or you're already dead and have been this whole time. That's true. Maybe we'll never know. It doesn't look like the light is working. Even turned off, the light has power to it. The massive lens reflects moonlight through itself, a subtle spark that has a hypnotic effect. Maybe that's where the day went, staring into this light as the sun fell and the moon rose. Thanks for spending the day with me. I really had a good time. That's it? Don't get me wrong, this is a really cool and all. I guess I don't know what I expected. I suppose if you thought you were walking to your death and nothing happened, it might feel a bit anticlimactic. Sorry. Anyhow, it's time to go. Here, let me flip on the light for the staircase so it's easier to get down. The stairs still look pretty dark. Maybe Spirit is interrupted by a strange hum. And then it becomes frighteningly clear to you that switch wasn't for the stairs. It was for the main lantern. A lantern that is now beginning to power up. The faintest smell of burning begins to reach up to your nose. Whoopsie! Looks like maybe that switch wasn't for the stair lights at all. Now we see who is really alive and who's really dead, I suppose. It was bound to happen sooner or later. You slam your eyes closed, hoping that somehow not looking at the light itself will protect you. Not sure I see the logic in that, but if it is magic, it kind of defies logic. I want to see it, but well, I'm a little scared. Don't look directly into the light. Open your eyes and look only at me and I'll keep you safe. Wow, that's kind of cute and romantic a bit. I mean, she's trying to save my life, but you get what I'm trying to say. Oh. Shit. Shit. Oh, that's bullshit. What fucking... Oh, God. What the fuck? Oh! Oh, God. Oh! Not bad. Oh, come on. Are you okay? You seem okay. I was tense. You seem okay. I hope I haven't ruined this by pushing you to do something you weren't meant to do. So brave. Maybe not so coordinated, but certainly brave. So lucky you put yourself through this for me. It shows that you're real. Despite your attempt to resist it, the incredible force of energy from the Black Lighthouse lantern eye refuses to subside. No, it cannot be ignored, and it doesn't matter if you look directly at it or not. In the end, that was just a trivial game. This is real life and real magic. You stare at it now, and its power penetrates your mind. Hey, been a while. How are things? Doing good? Feeling more dead or more alive? Yeah, love would do that to a person. Don't worry. It'll make sense soon. You wake to hear Spirit's muffled voice. You've got a terrible taste in your mouth, like burnt hair. The air feels damp and smells like ash. It takes time for the sound to clear up, but eventually Spirit's words start to make sense to you. However, it's clear she's talking to someone else, not to you. You know how sometimes people say, it's not you, it's me? Well, this time it is you. And it's also me. I can't believe I thought you would change for me. I can't believe I thought what you were doing was a sacrifice. You never gave anything up for me. Well, today I saw what love looks like, and it looks a whole lot different than this. I don't think you're hearing me, which is weird because I'm practically shouting. Nobody breaks up with Trapper. Nobody. Oh my god. Oh yeah? Fine. Nobody breaks up with Trapper, but I'm not doing that. I'm dumping... Don't you say it. I'm dumping Evan McMillan, and there's nothing you or he can do about it. It's over between us, Evan. Y'all had a thing? Bryn, Wait, what? Trapper turns from spirit and looks directly at you. You realize that you're laying on the ground of some weird tunnel. I think that your shouting woke up Xeno. My shouting? Say something, stay quiet, fake snort. I'm just gonna stay quiet. I want to know what's going on here. In an attempt to be as quiet as possible, you hold your breath and freeze in place. Sorry we woke you up, Xeno. After what happened, you'd probably be better off sleeping for a bit longer. Things got just out of control. How'd you know? You were talking in your sleep basically nonstop until you woke up and then got quiet. What was I saying? I don't know. I don't speak Dutch. Did you speak Netherlands? I don't. Don't do this to me. I'm not even going to try to pronounce that because I'm not going to fuck it up. Yeah, see, there you go again. The jig is up. The jig, as they say, is up. They know you're awake now, and you're going to have to deal with this awkward situation head on. Clearly, I shouldn't be here. You two are having a very personal conversation that I don't need to be involved in. I don't even know how I got here. Not here on this island or here in this creepy tunnel. As far as this island goes, your guess is as good as mine. As far as this tunnel goes, we brought you here. We? You and Trapper? But after the lighthouse light came back on, you blacked out. On your way down, I thought you might have hit your head or something. It's hard to tell what blood is new or old around here. Either way, I wanted to get you someplace safe, and so I asked Trapper for help. It's not that I can't carry you, I just didn't feel like it, you know? I hate anything messing with my shards. Trapper, on the other hand, he loves nothing more than having an unconscious body draped over his shoulder. I could have asked Claudette and Dwight for help, but I don't trust them. But you trust Trapper. Like and trust are two different things. You might think Trapper can be a real jerk, and you'd be right, but you get what you see with him. We brought you down here because we're the only ones who know about this place. Part of an old tunnel network that connects different places on the island. What's up, guys? Talking island mysteries, my favorite topic. I was just in the neighborhood, so I thought I'd pop in. Trapper, you said this place was private. Don't look at me. I didn't tell him about it. Half of the appeal of the spot is getting away from people like him. Whoa, geez. I can see when I'm not wanted. So, you three a throuple now, or...? Because I gotta say, I really didn't get the whole Trapper spirit thing, but hey, if it's not my business, I don't stick my nose in it. We were not a thing. Nobody traps the Trapper. Not with traps or with relationships. And you do realize you're sticking your nose in our business right now, right? Oh, so hostile. If you don't want to talk about it, just say so. Anyhow, this tunnel has some very interesting features. If you head about 50 meters down that way, you'll find... Get out! Wraith looks around just to be doubly sure that Trapper is addressing him. Who's just leaving? I wonder if the secret thing that he's talking about is in relation to that. This island, it's a lonely place, which is great for me. I love to be alone. Trapper, on the other hand, he's quite needy. And after a lot of pursuit, I finally let him catch up to me. And it became, well, I don't want to call it a relationship because somebody really didn't want to have that talk, but we were more than friends. I dispute the events as told, for the record. I don't pursue, I stalk, and I lie in wait. Seeing eye to eye was not one of those things we were good at. So, I hate to ask, but I did just look into a refrigerator-sized death lamp, so I guess I'm more of a glutton for punishment than I thought. What were you good at? Well, for starters... Excuse me, I'll take that question, thank you very much. If you know anything about me by now, it's that I'm on a quest. For revenge. Exactly. What you might not know, Trapper is like a great classical maestro of revenge. Trapper blushes behind the mask. That's one way to compliment a killer. Revenge against friends who had turned their back and betrayed him. Revenge against his father for making him into a monster. Revenge against a barista who wrote Ewan on his cappuccino knowing his name was actually Evan. For someone who thinks about revenge as much as I do, Trapper is an inspiration. But they say to never date your heroes. Good advice, but I don't think that's the saying. And then you came along, Zeno. You showed me that it's okay to be lost, to feel pathetic, to push on when you have nothing real to offer anyone. I'm not sure where you got all that from, but okay. You held a mirror up to my own doubts and fears and showed me that they weren't everything about me. That I can embrace those things but not be defied by them. You showed me that life after death can be more than just an obsession with revenge and mind-blowing sex on the ground in a dark cave or a dusty old tunnel. Trapper nudges you in the ribs with his elbow. Gross, clearly appealing to Trapper's better features, has been a winning strategy for dumping his ass because he seems to be taking it quite well. This whole half-assed dating show parody thing, at first I obviously thought it was a lame idea. What kind of a moron thought there was an audience for this? But then we spent some time together and I realized there's something actually real here. And I don't want to give up on it. I don't want to give up on us. Listen, Zeno. Where you were knocked unconscious by some minor head trauma like a total weakling, Spirit confided in me that she has real feelings for you. I took it extremely well naturally because I trust her and value her opinions. That doesn't mean I trust you. If you want to get to her, you have to get to me first. By passing Trapper's Test, TM, coming to Behavior TV, Sundays at 8 p.m. Welcome to Trapper's Test. Answer my questions correctly or die by my blade. Question 1. What is Spirit's real name? The one given to her by her murderous father, but she only lets her real friends call her. Rin? Okay, you got that one. Don't celebrate yet. I mean, you literally just said her name. If I didn't recall, you literally just said her name not too long ago. Question 2. What lives inside Spirit? The dragon? Sure, everyone knows that. It won't all be this easy. Question 3. Where did Spirit work back when she was a normal college girl before she was hell-bent on revenge? Wasn't it a restaurant? I know. To think I would date a waitress? Don't tell my father I ever mingle with a help like that. He'd be so disappointed in me. Question 4. What's Spirit's favorite color? Isn't it black? Or was it red? Shit! Wait. I don't remember. Was it black or red? Because I remember pointing out the black and she was like, it's not a color, it's just void, but I don't recall if she said that, yeah, that she likes it. Hip cracked. And I think the only time they've mentioned red was... No, it was red. I think it was red. Nope, it's not. Okay, it was black. Alright. Wrong. This is one that anyone should have been able to guess correctly. Your lack of intuition is appalling to me. You know what happens when you get a question wrong on Trapper's Test? Shanks for playing! If death wasn't bad enough, the last words you hear before Trapper's weapon slits your entire body and have an extremely lame catchphrase. Yeah, try again. I also got an achievement for that. Yeah. Alright, red. I should have just... I hate it when I second guess myself. I should have just gone with black. A dragon. Pastor. Black. Are these questions largely superficial? Sure. Maybe I didn't get to know Spirit that well. Maybe that's why she dumped. Maybe that's why it didn't work out for us. Who knows? Question 5, the final question. You got this, Zeno. According to Spirit, what's worse than being dead? Not being seen for who you are, regretting parts of your life, having unfinished business? Was that really did I zone out or was that properly discussed? I feel like it's between this one and this one. It was the last one, okay. When I pitched Trapper's Test to the suits at Behavior TV, they told me there was no room in the budget for a new car to be given as the final prize for winning. So I killed them all, right there on the spot. While killing them didn't solve any of the budget problems, it sure did feel good. I'm telling you this, A, to brag, and B, to explain why the only thing you're going to win is me saying congratulations for passing Trapper's Test. Not that it was some huge challenge. I mean, the woman obsessed with a giant light that shines in the dark has a chip on her shoulder about being seen? Go figure. You probably guessed, but rules are rules. Even if I literally just made them up, you got it right. So I guess I approve of you dating Spirit or whatever. I never really cared in the first place. I was just hoping you'd slip up and give me a good excuse to wet my blade with your blood. Well, you technically did, but I just tried again. Maybe I'll find a reason tomorrow. For now, you two have fun. Wink, wink, wink. Trapper out. I'm sorry you had to endure that. What, 5 music questions? It was nothing. Not even that. As ridiculous and unnecessary as it was, the whole thing. The waking up in a random tunnel, the overhearing our argument, the news that Trapper and I have something going on, and the stupid quiz, all of it. Especially the whole Trapper out catchphrase. It's only because I actually like you. None of it would have happened if I didn't. And I like you too, Spirit. Please, call me Rin. Rin. Didn't really feel like our lighthouse experience was completed. There was something else I wanted to show you. Alone up in that lantern room at the tower. Get your mind out of the gutters, you know, it's not that kind of game. What's that? Hold on a moment. I'm being told... No, wait. It is that kind of game. Disregard the gutter comment. Come back up there with me? There's no place I'd rather be. You're excited to return to the lantern room of this lighthouse, despite all the drama and worry that was previously a part of this place for you. More importantly, you're excited to be there with Spirit, which makes it all the more crushing. When you're interrupted by the arrival of Claudette and Dwight. Claudette, Dwight, funny seeing you here. Wait, did I say funny? I meant tragic. Tragic? I don't think so. What could be tragic about a family reunion? Those are always joyous occasions in my experience. Before they can explain what that's even supposed to mean, the lighthouse begins to howl a low, frightening sound. The lens begins to glow in a now familiar way. You prepare to shield your eyes in case something bad happens to you again. Now isn't the time for any reality show adjacent shenanigans. Dwight, Claudette, shield your eyes. We don't know what the lighthouse will... Now, please don't interrupt. You think after all this time, you'd know that we've got your best interests in mind. Wait, what? No, of course I don't think that I... Got wax in your ears, friend? I asked you not to interrupt. Too late. The black light flares. In the darkness, you see something horrible and strange. In the place of Claudette and Dwight are two ghoulish silhouettes. But before you can focus on them, the light passes and the two survivors are returned to their normal states. It's breezy up here. I should have packed a sweater. What in the hairy hell? Hey, watch the language. You shouldn't speak that way. Oni? Around your elders? Grandpa? My little Rin, you're such a woman now. They grow up so fast. What? Zeno, meet my grandpa Kazan Yamaoka. Well, technically not just grandpa. Technically, he's my great-great-great-great-great-great-grandpa, but that's a lot of greats to say in a row. I haven't seen my little Rin since I watched over her from the afterlife when she was just a little girl. And I expect you all to say the greats. It's a matter of honor and respect. Except Rin, she can do whatever she wants, my precious little angel. But you, Oni stares at you with his demonic red eyes. You're pretty sure even the decorative third eye on his mask is looking at you. You mongrel! You must treat me with respect, or so help me, I'll be clearing bits of your head out of my kanabo. Kanabo is like a metal baseball bat covered in spikes, FYI. I'm not sure what a peasant like you is doing so close to a descendant of the normal Yamaoka bloodline in the first place. Dirk, Claudine! Explain what's going on to me. It's Dwight, sir, and Claudette, remember? We explained to you that you were going to come meet with your great-great-great-great-great-granddaughter's suitor and to give our withhold your approval. 5 greats. great-great-great-great-great-grandfather, sir, your honor, master, sir. Dwight, he's a samurai, not a judge. Grandpa, they must have summoned you here because they think you have a great judgment, because if they summoned my father, I would be too distracted by torturing him for all of eternity to continue with the rest of the... whatever this is. Show? Game? Experience? Ah, yes, that makes sense. Only a man of my power and magnitude can help. Self-important much? Nice to meet you, Kazan. Only my friends and family can call me Kazan. Those who tremble in my fear of my presence call me Oni. You're seeing a serious resemblance to Trapper, and not only the sheer size of the man that Oni is, but also his attitude. Apparently Spirit has a type. You sure you can or want to measure up to that? It dawns on you that, wait a second, you do resemble Oni. Every time you've tried to look at your own reflection, however, you've become dizzy and confused. This definitely deserves more thought, but now's not the time to consider the fact that you might be some kind of hulking vampire with the first ever case of self-blindness. There's a massive samurai mad-dogging you from 2 steps away. Well, you don't scare me at all, so I'll stick with Kazan. Peasant! I realize now the true purpose of my visit, to extinguish your light. Oni waves his katana in the air at you menacingly. Like great-great-great-great-great-grandfather. Like great-great-great-great-great-granddaughter, apparently. Hold up there, Grandpops. Not so fast. You're only supposed to kill them if they deserve it. First, you should get to know them a little better. Young people these days, always wanting to kill people, insisting they must deserve it. Back in my day, you did what needed to be done because your nobility depended on it. In his day, for such an opposing presence, he sure is giving off serious old man yells like cloud vibes. You see, when I was a young man, we didn't have foreigners in our land. Didn't need them. We had an abundance of culture already. A little too much if you ask me. But I didn't make the rules. The rulers did. Exactly how it should be. Literature, art, commerce, theater, fashion, poetry, puppet shows, ghost stories, courtesans, gambling, fighting, fine dining, fast food, public executions. What were we talking about? Spirit giggles. I heard great. Okay, I'm not saying all of those greats, all of those every time. At Oni's forgetfulness. You wonder, does she even like this guy? She sure hates her father, so... Listen up, old man. We don't have time for you to list up every activity available into a samurai in the entirety of the Edo period. Silence, peasant. You're showing your ignorance. Samurai were forbade from many activities that didn't befit the Bushido Code, such as attending certain theatrical performances, for instance. Sometimes, however, a samurai would put on a disguise in order to seek out entertainment. Now, I'm not saying I did that, because I had honor and a body built like an entire castle that is quite hard to hide. But clearly you have neither my honor nor my physique. You don't even know about the ins and outs of the shifting rules of traditional Japanese samurai etiquette. Fool. Rin, what would you want with such an uneducated admirer as this? You find it hard to believe that any contemporary person knows all that much, but knows much about who was and wasn't allowed to do what leisure activities over 100 years ago. However, you're really not sure how to handle this massive demonic old man. Oh wait, I get it. Sweet Rin, my beautiful descendant. You've invited me here to do what you're too kind to do. Bash this jerk's head in. Claude, Doris, fetch my kanabo. Rin, wrap your robe around this mongrel's hands and hold them still. We'll splatter their brains on the beach together as a family. Grandpa, no, that's not why I invited you at all. In fact, I didn't invite you. Claudette and Dwight did. Jesus Christ, my throat. Yeah, sure. Wink, wink, wink. This whole saying wink out loud thing is getting out of hand. Him and Trapper really do have a lot in common, don't they? I swear, Zeno has a good soul and the heart of a warrior. They fought for my love in their own way, faced down death more than once, and put up with their fair share of nonsense. Nonsense which seems to be endless. Can we, I don't know, wrap this up already? Of course. Who am I to expect anyone to wait around for my approval? I've only been hanging out as a ghost and watching my bloodline be polluted by cowards and quitters for 5 generations. Just come give your ancestor-in-law a hug. Sword? Oh. She had a backwards sneeze. It was a quick one. Sword drawn, Oni beckons you closer. There's no way he's ever hugged anyone in his entire life. I think I'm good over here, actually. Rin, now! Push them my way and I'll split them in half. The sacrifice of this usurper to the Yamaoka bloodline will surely bring us back to life and set us back on the course of honor. You're so silly, Grandpa. We both know that only one sacrifice can get our family back on track. Revenge on my father, your great-great-great-great-grandson, traitor to the Yamaoka name. The lust for violence in your voice. It fills me with cheer. Never forget who I am. I suppose if this is the person you want to be with, to go on your journey of bloody revenge with, I should trust your judgment. The strength inside of you blooms from the same cherry tree that was planted centuries ago by our shared ancestors. And if Xeno ever treats me poorly, you have my word. On our family's honor, I will wield my katana and gut them like a fish. A tear rolls down from behind Oni's demonic mask. You sure you want to marry into this? And one last word of advice, my dear girl. The father stuff, don't forget it. But maybe stop focusing so specifically and obsessively on it. What he did, it was awful. But it was already done. Do something for yourself now. Just my 2 cents. Be well, Rin. I will see you again soon. Now let's go, servants. Clint, Denise, return me to the stables. I assume my dragon has been fed and tended to? Yes, sure. I swear this is still better than dealing with Trapper's dad. Sorry, I wonder if we were hooking up with Trapper, we would see his dad instead. I'm sorry if I was disrespectful of your great-great-great-great-great-grandfather. He seemed like a very special man. I realized I would never measure up to someone like that. A warrior with a hell of a fashion sense. I mean, that mask. Don't worry, I would never expect you to. Or want you to, really. If all I wanted was the biggest brute alive, I'd be down in Trapper's cave right now avoiding his vintage bear traps. But that's not the life I've imagined for myself. The sense of abstract duty, anger at a world changing around me, a lust for blood, there's no way to live. And yet, as you now know, this is the Yamaoka way of life. Forever, I'm cursed to battle against the dragon that lives inside me. Or at least maybe I was until now. Call me the dragon. Oh my god. Call me the dragon tamer, baby. You haven't won this game yet. Please don't ruin it. Sorry, I have no idea where that came from. I think we spent enough time in this lantern room. We should get back to the beach. So much has happened. Oh my gosh. The moonlight sets a romantic mood as storm clouds roll in and surround the black lighthouse. You know, the sun might have set, but if we wait long enough, it will rise again. You're beautiful. Spirit removes her sheer robe, showing you her strappy black bikini. Her pale skin glows under the light of the moon. Maybe you could help me get a head start on applying tomorrow's sunscreen? Whatever you want, baby. Again? I mean, yeah, of course. Last time was... Well, I definitely felt more connected to you afterwards. To be totally real with you, I kind of just asked you as a goof, but I really enjoyed it. I swear though, if you tell anybody about this, I would not be labeled a foot freak. Why? Because you had me put suntan lotion on your tootsies? Not that there's anything wrong with feet, it's just something about that kind of attention really gets people talking. Steady, steady. Whoops. Close. There we go. Oh, yes! Okay. Oops. Almost. I think she's enjoying it a little too much, guys. Oops. Listen, I'm not good at this. God, that's so goddamn hot. Oh. I love feeling your hands sliding up and down my feet and between my toes. Skin has never been more moist. Get up here right now. Before you can find a towel to wipe off your lotion hands, Spirit grabs you and pulls you in close. Her lips lock onto yours. They're surprisingly soft and warm. The sensation is incredible. Clouds cover the moon and you find yourself on the beach with Spirit in complete darkness. You can feel the narrow straps of her bathing suit come undone and come to life, snaking through the air, wrapping around your body, lifting you up off your feet. Come here, you. So this is what it feels like to fly. As Spirit pulls you close, you feel bits of glass pressed into your flesh. Pain and pleasure mix and wash over you like the ocean. Salty air is stinging your skin as you writhe against your undead lover. The lighthouse howls. In the darkness, you're pretty sure that Spirit lets the dragon inside of her take over. If it kills you, you're sure it will have been all worth it. The cloud— did we just have sex? The clouds part just as you manage to pull yourself exhausted away from Spirit. A chunk of broken glass is lodged into your shoulder. When you pluck it from your skin, it drips blood. Sorry, I think I got this stuck to me when you and I and this little kid I'm thinking of. You know, I was having the best night of my life. Spirit drags her tip over the sharp end of the glass shard. Keep it. Consider it a memento. I've got plenty more where that came from. We just had sex. You arrive at the beach to find Claudette and Dwight waiting for you. Now is the time, Zeno, to face your destiny. Actually, about that. Zeno, can we talk privately? Maybe not here. Maybe someplace else would be better for this talk. You know how we feel about schedules, Spirit. Very strongly. And you know how I feel about you telling me what to do. Don't do it. Like I said, I'd rather have this talk with Zeno privately. It's not right to do it here in front of everyone. You know, from my experience in upper management and my father's mind, I learned that if you're going to fire someone, it's best to do it in public so they don't freak out. Please, enough with the fire talk. Wait, you don't think? No, she couldn't be. They seem to be so in love. Well, I mean, not really. Spirit's still Spirit. Yeah, I think she's gonna dump me. Is she trying to say I'm a terrible lay because she's gonna dump me after we had sex? But if I try to imagine Spirit in love, I suppose she hasn't attempted to murder Zeno yet. So... okay, fine. Your guess is as good as mine, really. That girl is very hard to read. A word of advice, though. If you're going to end it, end it quickly. In my experience, the more pathetic the creature, the more annoying the final howls are. I don't need any advice. Everyone out, except for Zeno. If someone say final howls, that kind of my whole jam. I can stay, right? Especially you! Out! Lame. Along with Spirit, you feel something awful hanging in the air. More awful, even the lingering smell of that cleaver body spray. Ugh, I'm gagging. We're all gagging for cleaver body spray. Spirit, Rin, I don't know what you plan on saying, but before you say anything, just know that I really, really enjoyed my time with you. Getting to know you over the past few days helped me to get to know myself. For that, I just wanted to say thank you. That's sweet. You're welcome. And you know what? It's that kind of thing that shows me you've got a good heart inside of you. Too good for me to carve out and toss into the ocean, but also too good for me to love. I need someone who shares my interests. Someone I can connect with. Someone jaded and dispassionate, only driven forward by a desire for revenge. I need someone who isn't so warm that I feel cold in comparison. I need someone who isn't you. You breaking up with me? After I gave you my virginity? Can we just be friends? I don't know if... Before you finish that, just know, if we're not friends, we'll probably become enemies, and I will destroy you. Friends it is. I'm glad to have you here with me when I need you, but also not too close to me when I don't. I got friend zoned so hard. So, yeah, I'll see you around. Spirit starts to leave. Wait, what? It's just the fact that she friend zoned me after we had sex. I'm gonna cry about this in my room tonight. Wait, what? That's it? That's how this ends? You're just leaving me here? I'm not sure I'd use the word ends. And for that matter, I wouldn't say that I'm leaving, but us? We're definitely through. The fact that you can't see that, which just proves that we never really belonged together anyhow. Good night, Zeno. What the hell? I just spent all this time on this island doing everything I can to get to know you, only to be told that I should leave the chocolate factory through the side door? I don't know what that means. Anyway, I said good night, Zeno. See you around. Jeez, I'm sorry. What a bummer. Hey, why does she keep saying she'll see me around? Gosh, I have no idea. This picture is a very cute picture. And so, my precious killers live happily ever after, as they should, learning to love themselves first and foremost, whilst trapped in a never-ending cycle of torture of my design. Wait, did I just spoil my true identity? You made it this far. You should probably know that. That you'll have to play again to find out more. Bye, Zeno. See you again later. And again, and again, and again. Forever. The end. Achievement unlocked. 1 down. I actually would like to play this game again. To hook up with each one of them and see how that all works out. I wonder if there's a way to even get to IP Island, or to even try to attempt to hook up with Trickster. Can you imagine if you could hook up with Oni? That would have been funny. I actually liked the game. I'm trying to think what I'm trying to say. At first, when I found out that the devs made a DVD dating sim, I was like, I don't know how to feel about that. And then I thought about it and I was like, you know, I could hook up with some gross ass killers. That would be nice. That would be awesome. But then I saw how cutesy they made them and I was like, no, I want gross. I want nasty. I want monsters. But I had no choice. I had to play it. I needed to hook up with somebody. And I did not regret it. This game was actually very good. Oh god, here comes Carlos Santana again. It would have been funny if you could also see Ghost. I understand because of copyrights and shit. So that's probably why they didn't do it. But it would have been funny if Ghostface was in there. Man, I would have climbed Ghostface like a motherfucking palm tree. I would have, like a whole ass koala, I would have suckled on that leaf. I like Ghostface if it hasn't become apparent. But yeah, it was a good game. I actually liked it. Thank you, Dale, for it. I really appreciate it. I enjoyed it a lot. But yeah, I'll more than likely play it again a few more times so that I can get to see what happens if you hook up with the other characters. And see if maybe what it does is another path opens up at some point. And then you get to find out more about the ocean. Can we date the ocean? I think that would be nice. Or narrator. I'm still stuck on the narrator part. Maybe we can hook up with the narrator. You never know. I think that would be very nice too. Let me be careful where I put my hand before I accidentally turn off my PC. But yeah. My throat aches so much. Like the sides hurt. I don't know if I can skip this. Oh, I can. Sides hurt. And it feels like it's getting kind of raspy. But I don't regret it. Yeah, we'll play more of this another time. And we'll see what's up. But I've said it like 100 times already. I'm running circles around here. I'm trying to speak. Trying to get words out. And it's killing me. But yeah, I enjoyed it. Next time, I'll probably do Huntress. I'll leave Trapper for last. So yeah, we'll do Huntress and then we'll do Wraith and then Trapper. But yeah,